Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Nest. How is everybody doing?
Is that the is that Taco Bell I smell?
That is Taco
Is that
Bell.
Taco Bell I smell?
I may have had Kisa make a run to pick up some Taco Bell, especially for you.
Thank you. Perfect. It's beautiful.
How are you, Moosh? Welcome on in.
The
phone rises.
I am here. I am queer. Ready to eat some tacos and talk.
So we got a lot of good beans here. Chat's blowing up. We got
so many good beans.
So many good beans. I see Squall was in here earlier. We saw Minnie, Libby, hello. I saw Sock, Kisa, Pippa's here. Did I already say Libby? Libby can get mentioned twice, it's fine. Hi Keith, hello. Welcome on everybody in. Creeper, hello. Saucy Creeper, welcome on in.
Oh. There it all goes.
they get a little excited. It's time for violence. Oh no. How are you, Moosh?
I am fantastic. I am nervous. I am
I'm just being gnomed.
Hold on, I gotta hold on. I gotta get my own gnome in.
Oh, and Chat's stolen the goggles. I go live and get shot on sight. Oh my lord. So by the way, speaking of new mod, Tex, I'm gonna make you work tonight.
Oh.
If you could do me a favor, Tex and mods, if you could shout out anybody you see with a VIP badge as you see them pop in, that'd be great.
Time to work.
You're at least being paid extra. Listen, you're getting paid and not getting shot. How's that? Minnie shouting out movie cowboy.
Your payment, Tex, is my love and affection. Now work.
Squall's 4K points short. I see how this is. Also, there is a collab command, so you guys could find where the frog lives.
Where I live in my I live in Poland without the LA.
Without the ALA in the pond.
I'm in the pond.
So, I think that this frog here requires no introduction, but for anybody who might be new or might be lurking for whatever reason, do you mind doing a very quick introduction of yourself?
Yeah. So I am Mooshifer Daykicker. You can call me Moosh. You can call me Moo. That's been a recent nickname people have been calling me as Moo.
Do you have a dairy-free version of the frog?
Hopefully, I'm lactose intolerant. That would be good.
Moo Moo. Is that a new nickname, Moo Moo? Oh no.
That's cute though. That's cute. I'll take that. Yeah. You can call me whatever you want. You can use whatever pronouns you want. Just don't call me a slur, and I think we'll be okay.
I think that's fairly common. We don't like slurs.
But yeah, I am a poison dart frog.
Poison dart frog.
I'm a frog. So ready? I'm gonna strip. We're gonna have some stripping in the nest real quick. Ready? Oh, bam.
Oh. I gotta turn down the temperature. Hold on, I'll be right back. It's getting a little hot. Wait, the thermostat's broken. Hold on.
Oh no!
It's too hot. But so you mentioned poison dart frog.
Yeah.
What was the reason behind your design?
So originally, I was gonna be like an actual frog, like full on frog face, like just a frog. Now it was that might be something we're going back to as well.
Oh really?
Maybe. maybe little,
Maybe
maybe little.
do like a frog face toggle.
Yeah, something like that. Something like that. We'll find out. We'll see.
Okay.
But I then saw the cute appeal of also being an anime girl,
Okay.
and
That's fair.
so I kind of landed somewhere in between because I think most people that know me already know I am utterly obsessed with frogs. I am in love with frogs. I have them as pets. I have them all over my house. I am just frog nutso, cuckoo bananas.
Frog Central. Frog
so
gang, frog gang.
so being anything besides a frog was like out of the question.
Hmm.
Like it's just always a frog.
You have a frog spot in Discord.
I do. In my Discord, I have a specific channel for only frogs.
Moosh thought that Moosh likes frogs, and here I thought they were a lizard enthusiast.
I do like the lizards too. Shout out to my lizard gang,
Lizard gang.
my fellow slimy scalies.
So, is it true that frogs ride around on was it alligators or crocodiles?
Yeah. Quick transportation, nice and easy, comfortable transportation.
How do you avoid the sharp bits?
I'm squishy and malleable.
So, so for those of you, for those that don't know, what kind of content do you create on your channel?
I am mostly a variety streamer. I do a lot. I dabble in a little bit of everything.
Okay.
Mostly gaming, and I also do a lot of art stuff. I do pottery. I've done like half half IRL, half like VTuber streams when I do the ceramic stream, so you can see my hands,
Moosh hands.
moosh hands, my my yaoi hands, mini.
Shout out to one of my top clips where Moosh burst the door open with their yaoi. Are you in the future looking to change your content at all?
I have a couple of like things I've been considering. I know for
Okay.
sure I wanted to do more like skill learning streams.
Sure.
Like I think I talked about it on Twitter a while ago to kind of get like a poll on it. I wanted to maybe start practicing my singing and get better
Okay.
at that.
Okay.
Just kind of want to improve my wheelhouse, like what I can do. I'm definitely still a beginner at digital art, so I like doing those streams to kind of like practice and like improve my skills in that,
Okay.
and just all around just want to learn more stuff, and I want to do it on stream so I can like maybe have the
So you could
support of others and maybe find some experts that'll just wander in to give me advice.
I will say I'm already incredibly jealous of your digital art talents.
Oh, I'm not even that good. I'm
But
basic.
I'm like I've been in your chat for a couple of those streams. I'm like, how are they doing that? I'm like, I wish I knew how to do that. I'm over here just a talentless bird.
And it's not too bad. It's like all about learning the process, and like right now when I draw, I mostly draw with like flat colors. So I
Okay.
still have a lot to learn about like line art and shading and highlighting and like actually rendering out the pieces. I'm still very much a beginner at that, and that is like my main goal right now is to work on that.
And you also did your overlay, right? For like your stream?
So I did not do my overlay.
Okay.
I did my original overlay, but my current one I got like for free.
Okay.
Um, but I did my starting soon and my ending and BRB screens are all by me, and then so are my panels right now. Those were
Okay.
all ones I did.
Meanwhile, I'm over here like trying to change my schedule week to week, and I'm like, how do I enter in the numbers again? I'm actually incredibly jealous of you.
Oh, it's all about learning. It's definitely talent, none, but practice, all of it, practice.
You say talent none, but I disagree. I will fight you on that. I will fight you and make sure Go gets caught in the crossfire.
Oh no. I would say it's more like not necessarily talent. It's just having an eye maybe for like color and design. I think helps a little
Okay.
bit. And that can also be learned just by like researching trends, like even just scrolling through like Pinterest for hours to find things you like and what other people are doing. So a lot of it's research as well.
Okay. So now, what got you into that kind of stuff? Like, what got you into pottery? You said you also mentioned to me you do some painting and like digital
Yeah.
art.
Um, so I've always been like an artsy, crafty kid. Like growing up, my mom and I would do like arts and crafts all the time together.
Okay.
And like I even in high school, even though I didn't go to college for it, in high school I made a art portfolio
Okay.
and I almost did go to art school, but but I didn't because it was too expensive. And then after that, some other stuff happened, blah, blah, blah. And then the business opportunity came up for me and my mom to potentially work together running a pottery studio.
Okay.
And so I've been doing that with her for the last, God, it's been since like December 2017.
Wow.
So it's been a while now. And I've just been like, improving my own skills with ceramics. Like I had no background in ceramics at all, and you don't really need it. You just need to know how to operate a kiln and like how the painting process works, and then you just tell that to people and they do all the creative stuff themselves and give you money for you to fire their ceramics, and that's pretty easy. And then I just kind of learned how to do it myself and make my own pottery stuff and like how that whole process works, like pouring molds and wheel throwing and hand building, etc. It's a lot. You can do a lot with clay. You can do a lot.
Yeah. Vivi says, Moosh River, wider than a squall, potting you in style someday. Is that so? You started before. I don't mean to really talk about something negative, but you started before Koof. How did that affect things?
um
I say Koof because I don't want to actually say the
I
name.
had to think for a moment like what is he what is he talking about? Okay. I know.
The big vid.
The panini, the Panda
Yes.
Express.
Yes.
Yeah. So for that, it did get a little rough for a while for us.
Yeah.
Because in our state that I'm in, for like in March, middle of March, governor decided, hey, non-mandatory businesses, you need to shut down.
Yeah.
And we at the time actually had 2 locations.
Okay.
So we were kind of like, oh God, what do? We have 2 locations we have to pay rent for and no incoming money.
Yeah.
So it got a little scary. Because we like especially didn't know how long we were gonna close. But we had to close the second location we had because it didn't do as well as the one we originally had, and it was also a store that we had gotten from someone else while we were already running the other store. Because so essentially we closed that down. We had to ask our landlord, like, hey, can we get any assistance with rent? Like, you offering any specials for this? We don't know how long we're gonna be closed.
Yeah.
Um, and he wasn't really able to do much for us, but luckily my dad is like the breadwinner for the family, and he was able to help us get through like with some savings he had those couple of
Okay.
months that we did have to be closed. So we were able to stay afloat at least. Um, we were able to reopen in like, was it July, I think?
Okay.
And for that first like year, like all of 2020, once we did reopen, was very, very slow, very, very
Yeah.
quiet.
Yeah, I can imagine.
And like even into 2021, like the first part of 2021, but as soon as like schools came back in session, like everything started, like everyone was still wearing their masks and everything everywhere, but like businesses were reopened, like you were able to go dine in at like places. As soon as you could dine in at restaurants, business just started picking back up and like
Yes.
went back
Yes.
to normal.
Okay. Okay. Sorry, my Vix just walked in. What do you mean,
Vic.
shush?
Don't tell them I'm here.
Vix is spying on Moosh, getting the insider scoop.
It's okay. Vix can spy on me anytime. Wink wonk.
Wink wonk. Moosh says that you can spy on Moosh anytime.
Okay.
Wink wonk. She said it sounds good, Ayo. Also, hello, Core. So I think you started a month or two before me. How long have you actually been streaming?
So in my first streaming experience, I did a little face cam streaming actually in like
Okay,
October 2021, I think.
sure.
Maybe a little before that. And I had my debut actually on my birthday, which
Oh, really?
I guess is a common theme among my VTuber siblings.
Because Go-Go's is his birthday.
Yeah. And so I debuted January 26th, and I was really like when I premiered my model, that's like really when I full started streaming as like an intense hobby.
Okay.
Before then I just kind of did it like casually, like kind of see where I can go with it because I was just a little bored. Like my work hours, like we cut down our hours by a lot, which also is what's helping me be able to stream instead of me working 5 days a week. I'm only working like 3 full days with some like extra hours in between to do like events. So my schedule becoming a lot lighter allowed me to stream, and I love streaming so much.
What so that brings up what got you into streaming and what got you, I guess, immediate follow up to that is what got you into VTubing?
So streaming, I think I have to blame Squall on this one a little.
Okay.
He was definitely a person that like watched a lot of streamers.
Sure.
I really didn't watch Twitch content. Like I even barely watched like YouTube content. But I still like anytime I would see it, like I slowly started getting more into it. I started watching more streamers. Like because I played Final Fantasy, like I would watch a lot of that content as well on Twitch, like the hardcore like Savage Raiders, like the world first races.
Yeah.
And I just kind of got really into it. I think that's also what kind of led me to be a VTuber as well, because like I wanted to stream. When I tried doing it with my face, I felt really uncomfortable. Only because like I had seen the way people would treat certain people for how they look, and I was like, oh God, I don't want that to happen to me. It made me really anxious.
That's fair. Ah,
Like Twitch, some people on Twitch can be really cruel, especially to like plus size people. And I was like, oh my God. And I just was seeing like clips of it and stuff. And I was like, okay, I don't want to do that anymore.
that's fair.
And I had started like seeing a lot of people that I was already following, like artists and I guess like we were talking about Takahata earlier, like I saw him go from like just being a regular guy that made funny voices in anime bridge series on YouTube, and now I like watched him get his VTube model and become a
Okay.
VTuber. There were a couple of Final Fantasy streamers that I watched that had done the same, and I was like, this looks really, really fun. Like
Okay.
I can be whatever I want. I can look however I want. And it was really appealing.
Yeah. I know me personally, part of the reason I took it up was being able to maintain anonymity.
Yeah,
To a
that's a
level that you
common
really
one.
can't to a level that you really can't with while being a face cam streamer.
Yeah, like originally I didn't mind like not being really anonymous, but I think as my real business grew and I realized like my business is really focused on a lot of kids that come
Yeah.
through, and like I wanted to separate myself from them using the VTuber so I could keep my community like an adult community.
Sure.
And like I don't want kids to be like, "Hey, I know that lady from the pottery store. Let me go watch her." And then it's like, "Oh."
Yeah.
So kind of like help keep my I guess my work that I do elsewhere separate from my passion here on
Yeah.
Twitch.
I definitely feel that.
Yeah.
Uh Tex had a interesting comment. Something about a white background.
Oh yeah. So when we talked about overlays and stuff. My first overlay that I did was like literally just a white background
Okay.
with um like a bar on top with all the information.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It was really, really basic.
That's really cool. But it goes to show you how quickly and how quickly you can learn and so do it yourself. But yeah, so so simple but functional. So question, do you I know since I started watching you, you've
Mm.
kind of updated this. Do you have lore for Moosh?
Yes, I do.
Ooh.
So the potion that is around my neck, you see the dangly thing.
Yeah.
Um, so I am actually a frog. I am a tiny little guy. I am living in my best pond life, but I also know how to do alchemy. So
Okay.
I have made this potion, which allows me to become bigger and more human like to help me do things like play video games. And if I fully drink the potion, I fully turn into a human,
Okay.
but I become weaker as a human.
Okay.
But if I half drink it, I become this. And I only need to be this to play video games. But
Okay.
otherwise, if I fully drink the potion, then I can disguise myself and go out into the real world and be a person. I can blend in, frog in disguise.
Is that a one use potion or can you make more?
Oh, I can make more.
Oh, okay. So you're like a alchemist?
I am. I am. I am.
Where did you learn your alchemy secrets? Did you like find a book somewhere or do you have a teacher?
I I found a book somewhere. I found a couple books. I'm actually reading a new book right now, but it has some weird lettering on it, and I'm trying to decipher what it says, but it's a little creepy.
It's not an eldritch one, is it?
No,
Are you s-
not Eldritch.
are you summoning Frog Cthulhu?
It's it's a little demonic. It, it's it's a little demonic. You know, it's got some pentagrams and stuff in there and some other weird symbols.
So what you're saying is you're starting a cult.
Maybe? I feel like I've already started a cult.
Cult of the Frog.
Yeah,
It's just becoming more public knowledge.
yeah, I mean Twitch, I feel like our Twitch streams, aren't we all basically cult leaders in a sense?
Kind of. Actually. The more you talk about it like that, a person gets up on screen and talks about their day and what's going on and has kind of like sermons.
And people will throw money at you and like you don't even ask for it.
Right?
Just
Or they'll
like-
throw gnomes at your face.
Or they'll throw gnomes at you.
Hey, Go-Go, don't give away your secrets. Hi, Go-Go. Texas Jake taking the sword very responsibly now. Every time he sees a little VIP thing show up, shout out. I appreciate you, Tex. We're gonna skip down a little bit. Without doxing yourself, what's your favorite vacation spot?
So it is unironically, only because I've been there multiple times, it's unironically become Vegas.
Really?
There's a lot of things I hate about Vegas. I hate how busy it is.
Yeah.
And I hate how hard it is to walk around without walking through somebody's cigarette smoke if you go through the casino floors.
Yeah.
Because like your options are you walk outside in the heat or you walk through a casino that's cool, but you have to walk through someone's cigarette smoke.
Yeah.
But I love the food so much. I am a food tourist. I love
Are you?
eating. I love trying new food and like new restaurants and stuff is my favorite thing to do. And Vegas is full of so many tasty places to go eat.
We're gonna. I don't think is that offensive? Do you think that's offensive what they wrote?
Oh,
If
I
so.
don't. Am I like Fiona? No.
Okay.
I'm a frog, my dude.
He is a frog.
I'm a frog. I'm just a little guy.
So I know that there's a joke about that frogs are always committing tax crimes. Are frogs also gamblers too?
Frogs are gamblers. Frogs are
gamblers.
I
Do
don't
they always-
gamble. I don't gamble with my own money usually, though. I
No?
get money from someone else to gamble with.
So you don't feel as bad when you lose it?
Yeah.
I think I know the answer to this one. Would you consider yourself an introvert or an extrovert?
So I would say I'm a mix of both, actually.
Okay.
Although I'm very, very shy and like it takes me a really long time to warm up to people, but that's like, got a little trauma, I've got a little autism going on, it can be hard sometimes.
Yeah.
But like I really like to socialize and
Okay.
I think you've probably figured out I do like to talk. And it's easier for me to talk in situations like this where it's just one-on-one or
Yep.
like I'm literally just talking to a chat.
Okay, that's fair.
And the chat can't say words back to me. So I don't get like overly, what's the word? I don't have
Stimulated?
like, overstimulated, no auditory processing issues.
Who am I in Mooshifer? I'm Zima Ren in Mooshifer.
Yeah, Zimu. Yeah, Zimu is Zimu.
Do you have any current long-term goals for either you or your channel?
I want to become an epic creator partner.
Ooh.
Like
What are the requirements for that?
I can apply. So they are supposedly changing their requirements, but right now, as the requirements currently stand, as long as I get 1,000 followers in any of my social medias,
Okay.
I can apply.
Okay. So you hear that, chat? I get Moosh to 1,000 on all of their platforms.
Not
And
all
then
of
Epic
them, just
and then
one
Epic
of them.
and then Epic can't turn them down.
I do need to post like more of my Fortnite content too. Like any stuff I do offline, I probably should start recording
Okay.
so I can make more like Fortnite related content. But I really, really want to like get a code for support a creator. Like I don't care about Twitch partner. I just want a Fortnite code.
If you get a support a creator code, give it to me like immediately. I'm just gonna immediately plug it in and never remove it.
Like the amount of people I have got into Fortnite is so high, and the list grows. And then the
Curse you. I'm not kidding when I say like I used to play back when Fortnite was like brand new, and I liked it okay. It was kind of like when Apex was new too. And then it was like you would shoot someone and they turn into like a 3-story building. I'm like, this is not fun. I'm gonna go play Apex.
yeah.
And then you're like, hey, they're adding a no build mode. I'm like, what? They're like, come play with us. Bet.
Like build mode was definitely fun in its own sense, but it would like suck when someone would literally just build around you and like trap you in, and you're like, oh my god, how do I get out of this situation?
Right.
Like you can't run, you can't fight back, you can only suffer. But like no build mode, so much better, more fun, more exciting. Battles are like really quick. I love Fortnite. I love Fortnite.
That's like my my recent hyperfixation, believe it or not, is Dead by Daylight.
Ooh, do you like playing the killer or the victim?
I currently exclusively play the killer, but that's because I play solo. If I were to play Survivor, I would be an absolutely terrible Survivor. Not because I don't know the game, but because I don't know what the fuck to do.
It always helps in like multiplayer games, I feel like, to have someone that kind of knows what they're doing to take the lead a little bit.
Yeah. Like I think Dead by Daylight, I think it just updated on my end. Actually, I think today's the start of the event. They're doing like a Halloween event for like the month long of October.
Ooh.
And I'm gonna be like using it to like learn how to play Ghostface, so that should be pretty interesting.
Ooh.
So outside of Fortnite, what other types of games do you play? I
like a lot of comfy games, but I also like a lot of, I'd say, JRPGs as well. Even though I don't really, I don't tend to stream the JRPGs because they just, not a lot of people I feel like are interested in watching them as much as they are playing them themselves.
Okay.
I
can see that.
Yeah. I think it's just like the story experience when you experience it yourself is a little different than watching it through someone else's eyes.
Oh, I forgot to turn something on for Moosh.
Oh. Oh yeah, number in victory. Yeah, for now you got to get down.
Speaking of the playlist, I don't know if it's too quiet for Chad to hear, but playing in the background is a music playlist for my Spotify. One of the songs is a cover of that. It's a metal cover. It's kind of awesome.
There's a metal cover. Oh
There's
my gosh!
a metal cover.
I need you to send that to me, please.
I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you after the interview.
Yeah.
It's done by Little V if you have Spotify.
Oh yeah, send it to me. I'm so excited.
Yeah. So outside of streaming, digital arts, painting, pottery, is there any other fields that you want to branch out to and get more experience and other things like that, like potentially voice acting or other things?
I have been considering voice acting. I've like been getting a lot of comments on my voice recently,
Okay. You have a
and
very comfy voice.
I I have been told by a couple people like that, or they just like my voice, and I also have the cute, silly cartoon style voices that I can do.
Like Kirby.
Like my hold on.
Sorry. As I put you right immediately on the spot.
My mouth is a little dry for it, but I got my woo woo voice.
Woo woo.
Woo woo.
Simon.
Thank you for inviting me to the nest. Yeah, it's more like a kind of a baby voice mixed with a little ooh woo. It's true. They're like,
and there's the self-care if you want to pick a bottle up off the floor as Chad just yeets bottles at my face.
Let me go get one. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, okay. All right. I got one. Oh, let me take a sip real quick here. There we go.
Chat's a little bit rude. They just kind of throw things at me.
I know, how dare they?
Oh, speaking of this song, actually, it's up right now.
Oh my god!
I'm gonna turn it up just a little bit for Chad, but there is audio ducking on here, so we can talk over it.
Heck yeah!
So I kind of want to hear this as both you and the frog.
Mhm.
If you could live anywhere in the world, where would it be and why? And this is if money was not an issue or like logistics or anything weren't an issue.
Oh.
So like we're talking like you have like good internet to support your current lifestyle, like money's not a problem. You don't have to worry about any like rules or regulation because like obviously if money's not a problem, all rules regulations kind of go out of the way.
That that's a bit of a hard one because like you have like the fantasy of where you want to live, but you've never been there before. Like I think most weebs especially want to go to Japan
Yeah.
and like live in Japan. Like that's the ideal, but I don't know what it's actually like.
Yeah.
Um,
I've heard it's beautiful.
yeah, and like frogs are pretty popular there, so
Okay.
I would get like revered like a god potentially, you know. Actually start a cult.
Oh my lord. Cult of the Moosh.
But like realistically, I want to live somewhere where there's less grass
Okay.
because I am very allergic to grass.
Oh no.
And my allergies are so bad, and just I want maybe like a nice desert climate. Maybe like Vegas. I would maybe live in Vegas.
Ooh, that could be pretty cool.
Maybe. Or like somewhere where it's cold and there are less spiders and creatures and like critters.
So not Australia.
Not Australia. I am never touching food in Australia. I will never go to Australia. You cannot pay me money to go to Australia.
Mush canonically cannot touch grass.
I canonically cannot touch grass. I will get hives on my arms if I touch
Oh
grass.
no.
Yeah, it's like when I was a kid, it wasn't a problem, but like as I've gotten older, this allergy has gotten a lot worse.
Yeah, I've heard that from a couple people, including people getting new allergies
Oh
as
my
they get
God.
older. Yeah.
Probably
Like,
doesn't help. Like I moved as well. Like I was living somewhere where it was colder more of the
Oh.
year, and then now I'm living like mid-Atlantic where it's not that cold. Like we've only gotten snow. Like we only got snow maybe once or twice this winter.
Okay.
This past winter.
Also, Noodles, hello, as you throw gnomes at my face. Here's an interesting one. Have you ever received a compliment that you still remember and still sticks with you today?
I'm gonna get a little sappy with this. I'm gonna get a little
Okay.
sappy.
A little sappy.
And I'm gonna call out Squall on this one.
Squall?
So, for those who don't know, Squall or F14 Squall is my husband. And I just love how he looks at me and he calls my face like cute and dumb at the same time. He's like, look at your cute dumb face, and then he like smushes around my cheeks, and it
Oh.
is like the most serotonin inducing experience ever.
That's awesome. That's really sweet.
And when I'm having a bad time or I miss him, I think about it.
Oh, that's adorable. We all need a little Squall in our lives.
We do. Everybody needs a Squall. Or the Squall.
I still remember when Squall did the 24-hour race, and I'm sitting there at like 3 a.m. like, go Squall, you can do this.
I think he's gonna do another one.
Is he?
Wait, did you already do one this year?
He did one a couple months ago, I
Was it a
think.
couple months ago? I think talking about doing another one next year? Oh, that was this year. That's true. That would be this year. Where does time go?
Right?
It's an illusion.
Also, hello, Happy.
Happy! That's my platonic wife.
Platonic wife?
Yeah, it's my platonic wife. We can't actually be wives because her husband would hate me.
Part of the Moosh Murder Squad.
Yes. We are the Hop Gang.
The Hop Gang.
The Hop Gang.
Lost my train of thought. It like left the station, just gone.
Choo choo.
I was gonna say, we love Happy, because Happy is, not to spoil anything, but Happy is working on some commission for me as well.
Oh.
Yeah.
Happy's art is so good. Happy's so cracked at art.
Also, Rosa, hello. If I can also get a shout out for Rosa too, that'd be amazing. What is your favorite childhood memory? As I'm freezing, my VTube service does not like me today.
Oh no!
I don't know why.
See, I don't really have a good answer for this one because I have a lot of good memories, and like trying to pick out one.
If you've got more than one, you can tell stories and things.
Meeting Squall was a good memory, but I was not a child when that happened. I think one of my favorite ones. No, I have a good one. So Mishi rest in peace, but I had a dog named Cookie, and we spelt it with a K, and she was a little they call it a dorky. So she was a Dachshund Yorkshire Terrier mix. And I think my most fondest memory of the 10 wonderful years I spent with her was the first time we went to go pick her up.
Oh.
I was about 12 or 13 at the time. My family was going through a bit of a weird situation. My dad had to get a job out of state. And so, like, he was living in an apartment by himself. And then me, my mom, and my brother stayed behind in my hometown so my brother could finish his last year of high school. And, like, me, it didn't matter because I was being homeschooled at the time. So where I went at the time didn't matter.
Okay.
But we decided we were gonna get a dog because like we had a dog before, like a family dog. But he spent most of his time in the basement because he was like a big dog, very unhealthy, could barely get up the stairs. And I was a little bit like afraid of him too because he was so big and like I was very, very little. So it was really, really exciting, like to get a dog after a long time. Like I'd always loved animals. And so we went to my mom's coworker's house and she's like fostering a couple dogs. And we went there with the expectation we were going to get like this little like black chihuahua. But I sat down on the couch and they had Cookie was out, and as soon as I sat down, this tiny little dog climbs up the couch, knocks me down by pouncing onto me,
Oh no.
and starts licking into my, like, as much as my face as she could lick. Like, she was inside my nose, in my ears, trying to lick my eyeballs.
Oh no.
And, like, it just immediately won my heart over.
That's adorable.
And so she was my best friend, and, like, I was, like, homeschooled. I didn't really know a lot of people, especially because, like, during that period, we had moved to go back to be with my dad, so I had, like, no friends at all. Like, so my dog at the time was my only friend, and
Okay.
so I've had so many good fond memories with her, and, like, family trips we took with her, and just a good dog, and she's my favorite childhood memory.
Noodles stole the key. Oh, you stole Armor's keys.
Oh no, the keys.
So without, I mean, it's fine if you don't want to get into too much detail, but what was if you don't mind me asking, what was homeschooling like?
So it was pretty fine, actually. I went through a lot of weird schooling stuff. Like middle of 6th grade, so like middle school, I started to get health issues.
Okay.
Which little did we know at the time they were actually like mental health issues presenting as physical issues.
Okay.
So went through a lot of stuff with doctors, therapists, etc., and like missed a lot of school, so homeschooling basically became my only option at the time.
Sure.
Like, because we're broke, we can't afford a private school or like boarding school or anything like that. So I did that until we moved and we came down to where we are now. And then in my 10th grade year, we did have finally like enough money, and I went off to a boarding school actually. So
Okay.
I've tried a little bit of everything. Like I started off in public school, then went homeschooling, and then went to like a private boarding school, and that was really fun. That was a blast.
Okay.
That was a good experience for me.
So boarding school, you stayed there, right?
Yeah, so I lived there most of the year. Like the only time I would go home was like major holidays, and even then sometimes I wouldn't go home. I would go with friends who like lived in other states and other towns and stuff. And that was really cool. I got to see a lot of places I probably wouldn't have seen.
Okay. I'm being told to change the music.
It's Avatar.
So the reason this one's in my playlist is because the song is "The Eagle Has Landed." I can play. You know what? We're gonna play some angsty music just because Minnie complained. Put on some like Avatar, Fallout, or not Avatar, from Paramore, Fallout Boy, My Chemical Romance.
Yeah, put on the emo. It's emo kid hours, baby.
I don't know. It's very nostalgic for me, emo stuff.
Oh my god, for sure. I was definitely a bit of an emo scene kid back in the day.
I feel that. I don't know. I talked about it a little bit for Gogo's interview too. For me, like I started off in the public school system, and by the time I was in like 9th grade, ninth grade would have been the first grade of high school. So like 8th grade. By the time I was in 8th grade, I was in like 5 or 6 different schools, just in the public school system. Which normally you're in like 3.
Yeah.
But just the way that my local school, the districts changed partway through the career. Plus, like, it was just like where we live, we were on the border of one of those districts. So when they got redistricted, I got pulled into another district. And so, like, I basically went to kindergarten, then I did 1st and 2nd in one grade, 3rd and 4th in another grade, 5th in one grade, and then it was like 6th, 7th, 8th in another. And by that point, I had already decided, like with my parents, that I was going to go to a private school. Because I also found out in 8th grade that if I had gone to 9th grade, I would have been going back to the school that I went to in 5th grade. Because the way they were redistricting and
What the heck?
relook. Yeah. It was weird.
That's wonky.
It was weird. It was just like, I want out of the school system.
Man, public education, step it up. Step it up.
Right? Yes, we do love Kisa's little avatars. If we could shout out Kisa. If we could shout out Kisa. Kisa does amazing pixel art and also little cute art and things. Talking about history and our past and things, if current Moosh could go back to a younger Moosh, to 18-year-old Moosh, what advice would you give yourself?
Go to art school.
Go to art school.
See, I did something silly. Kids at home. Actually, there shouldn't be any kids here. But if you're 18, if you're 18 and you're here and you're going to college soon, or you're thinking about going back to college, here's what you want to do. Don't do what I did, which I applied to 4 different schools with 4 different degree programs.
Okay.
Because I had no idea exactly what I wanted to do. And I ended up going to the school that was the cheapest.
Okay.
And that was a mistake because I was far from home. And at the time, I didn't know I was on the spectrum. So I had a really bad emotional turmoil as well.
Okay.
And I didn't make any friends. I think my roommate that I had didn't like me at all either, because I'm a little bit of a messy person.
Okay.
And I only went there because it was the cheaper option. I had a terrible time. So don't do that. Follow your dreams. Money is just an illusion.
Money's an illusion.
They can literally make money out of thin air.
Yes.
It's just an illusion.
Is that also what you would is that what I have another question here, which is what would you consider be your biggest failure? Is that like the same thing or is it different?
I wouldn't say that was my biggest failure. Like, it's something I regret is my educational experience after high school. But like I at this point I'm old enough, like, so what? It happened. Time to move on. I've got adult things to do now. But I say my biggest failure is probably a little silly. It's trying to run a raid group in Final Fantasy 14. Because you have to take 7 other people, including yourself, for a total of 8 people. You have to figure out their schedules, make sure everybody's schedules will work, because you have to figure out how many times a week you're going to meet.
Yeah.
And then beyond that, once you actually get into the raids, like, you have your schedule made, you actually get into the raids, you have to make sure people show up on time to the raids.
Yes.
And it's almost like scheduling a VTuber collab. It's a nightmare. But beyond that, if someone's not performing the same as everybody else in the group, like, you have someone that's holding you back, you have to make a really tough decision of, do we put up with this person's skill level until they get better? Maybe show them how to get better. Or do we cut them to find someone else, but we have to find someone else that also fits into our schedule?
Yes.
It was a very, very hard experience. And then it got even messier because people in the group started dating, and then those relationships didn't last. And
then you got all that drama surrounding it.
There's that. Then there's also people that would have to leave because their schedule changed and it wouldn't work for what we currently had. And oof.
Moira wants to know, is that how you met Squall?
So me and Squall met through a group my friend ran that ended up disbanding, but me and Squall went on together to like other groups.
Okay.
And so like we both just quit raiding entirely. It was just too much. And like Final Fantasy has this thing where it's the same, like, how to say, kind of like rotation of how they do gearing, and it doesn't really ever change. And so when you do that for a long enough time, it just kind of gets boring. Like unless you get excited by like the different fight mechanics and everything. Otherwise it's just like, oh, here I go again.
Here I go, grinding again.
Yeah. we gotta find a raid group for Gogo, and then Gogo needs to meet a nice lady in Final Fantasy.
Yeah. It's gonna be somebody who, given Gogo's demeanor, has to be able to like pick up Gogo and carry them around. just to spite Gogo. We're gonna do a couple off the cuff questions.
Oh no, sweats. Yeah,
sweats. So these are still a little bit icebreakers, so nothing too major.
Okay.
Do you have a pet peeve?
Oh. Next question.
No, you don't want to answer that?
I don't think I can be nice about answering that question.
You don't have to be nice.
I don't have to be nice.
No. Rip the Band-Aid off. Here, ready? I'll prepare.
No.
And then it's okay, lay it on me. Is it you don't like feathers? Is that what it is?
No, I love feathers. They're soft. Just want to rub my face on them. They're soft. No, it's like, I think it's mostly social pet peeves.
Okay.
Where people they're not like empathetic enough, you know?
Yeah.
I think that's like, maybe that's pretty normal actually. That's not too saucy. That's not too spicy or hot. It's just like it's just a lot of social pet peeves, like lack of empathy, or like people that constantly like talk over people or don't try to include people. And I could go on. I could go on for hours, Emu. I don't know if we should stick with this question.
I know on the flip side of that one too, it's also when people pretend to be empathetic.
Yeah.
When they're like, "Oh, I'm so sorry for you." And every time I see somebody post something on Twitter, like I'm just like, how to make this sound empathetic without fake? I don't know.
Yeah, I get scared sometimes that like the way I respond to things doesn't quite come off as genuine, because I have a bit of difficulty like expressing my genuine concern.
Yeah.
And I get fearful about that. Like, I want this person to know I care about what they're going through, but like, am I expressing it properly?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Without trying to also come across as like, I'm trying to be your therapist too.
Yeah, I tend to fall into that trap a little bit. I get a little like, let me put on my glasses and pull out my notebook and my pen, and now tell me about it. How does that make you feel?
So I might have missed this. Are you an only child, or do you have other siblings?
Oh, no, I am one of two. I have an older brother. He's 4 years older than me.
Okay.
And we actually still live pretty close to each other now, so I see him every once in a while.
Okay.
But But we had a typical like brother sister relationship growing up. Until it got like we loved each other a lot, and like he would almost like talk for me when I was a kid, like really little. But then as he got older and started getting into his teens and I got older, I became the annoying little sister.
Okay.
Because I would still like want to hang out with him and do stuff together like we used to do. But he's like trying to go off and do his own thing. And then like eventually he went off to college while I was still a teenager, and like I barely saw him until he graduated, and then we just became like we're buddies now. We shoot the shit every once in a while.
Okay.
we complain about our parents to each other.
I have the conversations with my siblings of venting about my parents.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, like, hey, I'm sorry, this is like the fourth time I called you this week, but like,
I know he's lucky. He got out of here. I'm still here. I'm still in the basement. trying to get that financial situation a little better, and then hopefully
I am currently in the process of that too. Live in the upstairs from my in-laws.
Is it like the bedroom is across the way?
No, their bedroom's up. We have the entire upstairs to ourselves.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, there is a split. Also, pay no attention to the fact that I keep freezing. I'm not 100% sure what it is, but I think it's my tracking that's freezing.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's fine. It's just I think the network is just being iffy today.
Yeah.
It's fine. Let's see. Oh, what is your favorite thing about yourself? We're gonna go on the positive side on this because the question was actually the question was the opposite. The question written was what is your least favorite thing about yourself? But I'm like, no, positive.
No, positive.
Wait.
Yeah, I will take any opportunity to self-deprecate. Let's go positive. I guess look-wise, my eyes.
Your eyes.
My eye. But personality-wise, I love being a little goofy guy. I think I'm pretty funny, pretty cute and funny. I know I am. That's why people are here, right?
Yes.
I mean, besides you, obviously, because you're super awesome and cool. Like people are here for you, but people are here to see me. It's because I'm cute and funny.
Oh, TV head, hello.
TV
head. Ooh, this one's gonna be interesting. What is your biggest fear? So, like, mine is open water, as Chad is well aware of that because I played Soma.
It's gonna sound silly, especially because I am a toxic frog, right?
Okay.
My biggest fear is actually being bitten by something venomous.
Okay.
So I don't really like snakes that much. Like, if I know for sure they're not poisonous, I'm like, oh, cool, a snake. But if if I can't recognize the snake off the bat, I'm gonna like get a little uncomfortable. I'm gonna freak out a little bit. I might run away. I don't like spiders unless I can like immediately identify them, and obviously that's not easy to do either.
Right.
So that's anytime I see a spider in my house, I'm sorry to all spider fans. I will eat the spider down the toilet with a piece of paper after smacking it with something.
Hide Libby. Hide Libby. They gotta hide. No more hiding in the corners, Libby.
Well, if I can identify Libby as non-venomous, I think it's okay. I'll leave Libby alone. Libby, you're safe. But like, that is my biggest fear. If I had to die that way, I would never want that. I don't want that.
Okay. We're gonna do it. This is a two-parter question.
Oh.
What's the most important lesson you've learned, just in general?
In general,
it says in life, but we're gonna make it in general.
Life lesson?
Yes.
I would say follow the beat of your own drum has probably been my favorite
Okay.
life lesson and saying. Like, it's exhausting trying to be someone else. It's exhausting putting on a mask all the time to fit in with society.
Yeah.
So, and it's just easy. It's just easy to be yourself. It's fun to be yourself, especially when you like yourself. Like, I'm sure we all have some days where we don't like ourselves, but on those days we like ourselves, it's good to express ourselves.
I think this is one of my favorite questions because every single time I've gotten a different answer.
Yeah.
Every single time it's not very different from the one that I have an answer for, that my answer for it. And that is to be unapologetically yourself.
Yeah. It's the best.
So now this is the second part of the question. In streaming, VTubing, all the different creating things, what's a lesson that you think can only be learned just by diving straight in? So no amount of research, no amount of looking ahead of time, you can learn it. You only can really learn it by doing.
For this one, definitely how to network healthily and happily. And the difference between networking and actually being friends. That is a hard lesson that I think everybody in the VTubing space, especially because I'm sure a lot of us are anxious little guys, like at some point we all learn this lesson either the easy way or the hard way.
I think it's definitely something. I think me and Gogo talked about it a little bit too. The difference between an actual friendship and a parasocial friendship. Understanding that posting on Twitter being like, I'm looking for friends isn't going to really get you friends unless you hang out, spend time with each other, talk with each other, and like, I'm going to call it Minnie again. I called Minnie out a couple days ago of like, how do you make friends? And I literally wrote into Minnie and I'm like, you can put this in quotes and copy paste this. Hey, I think you're really cool. Would you like to play games together? And like, take that and just send it to whoever. And then like literally like 2 days later, Minnie wrote back to me in all caps, I hate you. And I was like, why? And she's like, because it worked. And I was like, what do you mean? And like, I sent that to my friend and they were like, okay. And like a week later, they did a collab.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes also just doing that one off, like, doesn't always help. Like, you kind of gotta. Some people, there will be some people. I'm one of these people, unfortunately. I'm sorry. Where you do have to put more effort to keep their friendship alive a little bit, and it's just because they're like people that are busy working adults. Like, I think a lot of us, that's how it goes. Or people that have like a ton of friends also. It can be hard to like
keep in contact with people.
Yeah, keep in contact, and especially when you're trying to like juggle just everything in life socially, it can be a little hard. So like,
I made a post on Twitter a couple days ago of like, hey, I'm sorry if I don't talk to you anymore. I have issues with object permanence because I have ADHD.
Yeah,
I haven't forgotten about you. Like, it's just because you're not in front of me. It's not. I don't love you guys any less. It's just I'm forgetful and I'm a bird brain.
That's a valid issue, especially when you have like VTuber fans that do like to stick to their own spaces and don't really venture into other spaces. Like, there are a lot of friends like I never see outside of their own Discord. And you guys will never see me in my Discord because I'm always going to other people's Discord.
That's fair though.
But like, I always tell people, like, just message me. Just give me a specific day you want to hang out. Like, try to catch me because I am going to be making stream schedules. I will hang out with you on days I'm not streaming. I will let you know my schedule when we can hang out, but I need it to be scheduled. Please. I'm not good at spontaneity.
It's kind of the same thing for me too, because people who don't realize this, I work outside of stream, like not talking any time I dedicate to streaming or content creation or anything like this. I probably work an average of 50 to 60 hours a week.
Yeah.
And then add on top of that the time that I'm dedicating to content creation, networking, and streaming. It gets busy.
Yeah, and like it's easy when you have a group as well, like a group you can just always hang out with. To just kind of stick with them when you don't know if anybody else is available, because like these people are available because you hang out with them all the time.
Yes.
Like their schedule and it works with your schedule.
I saw the comment of Squall joining with an avatar. We were talking before we went live on stream. I'm gonna get Squall in here with and give him the Space Ghost treatment. And just just rolling a PNG TV and then just put Squall's webcam capture right up on the screen. It'd be great.
It'll be so funny.
Let's see. We're gonna skip. Oh, we're gonna save that one. We're gonna bank that one for later.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Okay.
Wait, what? The Squall reactive image?
No, Squall's gotta come as Squall. Full flesh, full fleshy tuberness. All flesh all the time.
We're gonna, let's see. So here's a question for you. Going back to when you started streaming, if you had to restart now with all the talents and stuff that you've learned now and just start again from scratch, what would you change, or would you change anything?
I don't know if I would change much. Maybe I would try and be a bit more prepared.
Okay.
I think I would definitely want to think harder about my design as well, because I know like a long time ago, I think you probably saw it. I talked about maybe doing like a redesign, because like I'm not quite satisfied with what I have now. Mostly because there are a lot of people that like come into my chat or see me around and they're like, "What are you?" And it's not obvious to them that I am a frog. So I think I would have tried to make myself more like frog-like in features.
I mean, we had it earlier in my chat.
Yeah, we had it earlier. Because like
that's why I was like, is that rude? Is that like?
Yeah, no, it happens frequently. Like people ask me, they assume alien. Alien is what I usually get.
Okay.
I've had like a couple of goblins because I have like the big ears, but that's it might be because there's potion ingredients, maybe that's why I've got pointy ears. Maybe I use a little goblin stuff in my potion. Who knows?
Can we get a goblin mode, Moosh?
Goblin mode. This is goblin. I've got the pointy ears. I got the pointy ears. I'm green. Personality. I am already a goblin. Yes, I'm a little gremlin. Don't feed me after midnight.
So that actually kind of answers another one of the questions I had. Unique challenges. Are there any additional unique challenges that you might have over another streamer, you think, as just in your career?
I think besides like the appearance stuff, go back to it being neurodivergent.
Yes.
And on the spectrum it's surprisingly though, I've met so many VTubers that are on the spectrum or like neurodivergent in some manner.
Okay.
So I almost don't know if it is really that unique of a challenge, but like we're also all different because it is a spectrum and it varies, like our degree of needs or um emotions towards things.
On that note too, one of the things I'm noticing less is streaming on general, more the VTubing.
Mhm.
It's also very, very common for people to be on the LGBTQ
Oh,
um
yeah.
I don't want to say spectrum, like
Just in
what's
the
in
queer
the range.
community.
Yes.
Yeah. There's definitely a lot. Like I've also seen
Um,
a lot of like poly VTubers as well, and I was like, whoa.
yeah, I've seen a couple of those. I actually got rated by one of them on my debut. And then like later on, they popped into my chat and like, "Oh, I'm their partner," and I'm like, "Wait, you're also their partner?" We had a question from Moira, which is, "What are your goals for your stream?"
For my stream, I talked about this a bit earlier, how I just
A little
wanted
bit
to do
early.
like the skill building streams more of like where I'm learning skills. I want to get to a point where I can be an epic partner, and I guess I want to do stuff. This is outside of my streams. I want to do more outside of my streams content, like get more stuff on YouTube and TikTok as
Okay,
well.
that
And
would be
like
really cool.
I'm always posting on Twitter because I'm always on Twitter. None of it is always conducive to my career, but I just like to post memes and shit post.
TV Head wrote in all caps, and it's kind of the thought I was having.
It's more pottery.
Are you potentially going to um look into pottery commissions?
Oh god, pottery commissions. Oh my gosh. Um
I also see Vivi's question. I'm gonna get to that in a second.
in in the in the future maybe
Okay.
I want to get more of a studio space set up and also like an on the go kind of space setup. Um or even make it so I can stream at the studio I already have. But
Okay.
I don't know if that would work out too easily. Um but like I would love to do more pottery stuff, but I just don't have the setup right now.
That's fair. And then Vivi's question is, what's your favorite stream memory so far?
What's my favorite stream memory? Oh, I have so many. I have so many. Oh shoot. Gosh, this is hard. I'm thinking of like my clips right now. I know my top clip is like the fart jump scares when I played Alien Isolation.
The fart jump scares?
They kept jump scaring me by playing like the fart noises.
Oh my lord, it's
When
great.
when the alien would be near me, it scared the crap out of me. And it happened so many times, and I think one time it actually got me killed too because I jumped
Oh no.
as I was getting chased.
Oh no.
That was definitely one of the good ones. I've had a lot of really, really fun like collabs as well so far. A lot of people I've had fun with, like when we did the Froggy Kid family collab with Pin, that was like
Oh.
super, super fun. I love like every person in that group so much, and like I love Froggy, and like we've got our new sibling now. We've got Benina. I love
Yeah.
Benina a lot, and like just everybody's so great. I love that I've like our family. I know a lot of people aren't like into hanging out with their VTuber families, but like I love those guys, and like all of them are my friends.
It's funny. So both one of my favorite memories so far, and also my most popular clip. It's me and RC playing Fortnite with you. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I'm trying. Oh my god, I'm trying to remember. I remember when we did play Fortnite. I'm trying to remember what happened.
So somebody redeemed ASMR voice.
Oh no! I'm leaving. Goodbye. I'm too embarrassed. Goodbye.
Well, you gotta make sure this goes with you. Just
I'll come back.
But yeah, we were. So for those of you that don't know the clip, RC and me, we were doing ASMR voice, and Moosh was like, so wait, how do you do this? And then Moosh like kind of panicked a little bit. Not really panicked. I don't know, but basically they were like, oh no, good sounding voices, oh no. And so me and RC were like, hey Moosh.
Yeah, they got me on both sides with the ASMR.
Yeah.
I was
I'm not
surrounded.
Gonna...
I definitely have like a massive thing for voices too, so I was like, panic.
Oh no, don't watch my most recent the TikTok I posted yesterday.
Me opening my phone.
Also, Moira asked about your stream goals too. One of the goals I currently have for just content creation is the month of October. I'm trying to put out a TikTok a day.
Ooh, got bigger.
Ooh, big moosh.
Don't mind me.
I've been trying to push out a TikTok each day, which is also kind of I don't want to say pushing my content creation boundaries, but also like I'm doing like some voice acting stuff too.
Mm-hmm. I've heard the secret for TikToks is just spend like a day recording a bunch and have like a bunch of drafts saved up, and then you use those to post every day, so you're not like recording one each and every day.
I've been so I've been also like every other day been taking clips from streams, and I've been posting those too. I've got a program, like I've got a website I could send you that you can do that really, really easily with, because obviously TikTok is the vertical format.
Yeah.
But I can help you. I can send that to you too. But I've been basically doing that every other day, so I only have to come up with something unique every other day, and I'm almost intentionally not recording a whole bunch of them at once, just to get myself into a habit of being able to multitask. Where I can, if I really, really wanted to keep it up for a long-term period of time, I could do that kind of a thing, and it just becomes like a new norm.
Oh, I guess that would make sense. That would make sense.
Yeah,
because you want to like keep yourself in check a little bit,
right? Because the reason why I'm setting the month of October, is also so I can test a long-ish time frame, but that's still short enough where at the end of it I can just be like, okay, we've hit that goal, we can tune it back now. Or I can also stretch it out long enough for the entire month where I could be like, okay, am I actually starting to feel the effects of burnout, and like kind of do that and go from there. And that's my personal workflow.
Yeah, especially when you have like ADHD, it can be easier to hit that burnout point like so much quicker.
Yeah. So this is kind of a two-part question as well. First part is, in VTubing and streaming, do you have any specific mentors or inspirations? And then the second part is, what kind of advice have they given you that still sticks to you?
Ooh. So I would say it's pretty my biggest inspiration and mentor, I'd say, is Froggy Lock. It's also me, my model. She's one of my friends, and I love her a lot. She's helped me out quite a bit. Like, when I just needed a little bit of advice from someone with a little bit more experience. And then I've also had a couple of opportunities to be in a voice call with Cabal as well, and I've gotten to talk to him a lot about
Okay.
stuff, and like he's a fantastic mentor for content creation and VTubing as well. Like
I think that's how you
I
spell Cabal, right?
two
No.
two A's, one L.
At the second. Oh, okay, yeah, like that.
Yeah, and he's just like
Thank
generally
you.
super great, super nice guy. And like his videos on YouTube as well. Like he has some where he talks about content creation on there. Are also
Yeah.
very, very good, very conducive.
I've definitely seen a couple of more. I try to make his Twitches, but definitely his YouTubes and stuff like that are stuff that I more
Yeah,
watch.
he unfortunately he streams too early for me usually, so I barely get to catch him like live.
A lot of people I get to watch stream earlier in the day, but that's mostly because I work from home, and I work at the same desk, so I have the fortunate ability to pop up a stream while I work, and it actually kind of body doubles for me a little bit.
Mm.
But the unfortunate thing is I've made a lot of friends who stream during the day, so it's like, who can I focus on today?
Yeah, who do I watch? There's so many options, especially when you do have a lot of friends that you make. You're like this long list of like following.
Right?
Who do I watch?
What was it? You mentioned the Froggy Family stream where you guys
Mhm.
I don't know if you were talking about the specific one where you were playing it was a human fall flat.
Oh, that was our first one that we did, but we also did Pico Park recently.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
So
I'll have to send you the video for that one because Pin actually had that one like edited.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no, it's super funny. It's super funny. I'll have to link that to you.
Yeah, that the human fall flat one I got to catch when you guys were live. But I showed a screenshot to someone, I think it might have been Layla, where I had on both of my monitors, I think there was 6 of you or 7 of you up. And I had on one monitor 4 streams up, and on the other one I had like 3. And you guys were like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I didn't know. I just felt like doing it."
I don't even remember. I know a lot of us streamed that one. I don't think I streamed. I don't remember who was live for that one, but that was such a chaotic mess of a collab.
Actually, that one is how I found Data.
Yeah. That's right. Did we have Guppy? And we had Guppy too.
Did you?
Yeah, we had Guppy and we had Data, but Guppy is over on YouTube.
Yes. Yes. I think Data was at that time. That was like the first time I had really heard mention of Data, so I was like, "Ooh, new person."
Yeah, I love Data. I love Data so
Data.
much.
I'm like 90% sure that that Data is like scared to come back to my stream. Cuz at the time I had the thing that when you shout out people it auto plays clips, and Nosama's clip got played, and it was a clip and Data was like, "Well, I didn't need to see need to see Nosama called out like that. I'm going to go now. Bye." I forget exactly what it was, but oh, this is going to be interesting because you also have a different perspective than even I would.
Mhm.
What would you say is a common myth about the industry? And I could say you could say this about any industry, including like because you have a little bit of knowledge about it, about owning a business too.
Oh,
So you
this
could do
is
it streaming, VTubing, or even owning a business.
common myth. I don't know
Yeah.
if I have an answer for this one off the top of my head.
I know the biggest one I hear about for streaming is you can hit start and just earn money. You can like
Oh,
hit start stream and earn money. It's a really common one that I see a lot.
that is a lie. That is absolutely a lie. You could be live for days and still not make any money.
Yes. Gogo says all I know is every time we play games, everyone's main goal is to kill him.
It's true. Gogo is an easy target. I'm sorry, you're an easy target.
The T on his chest is for target. All right, TV head says you get to make your own hours. Technically, with streaming, you do. Business owning a business, you might as well to a degree.
To a degree, it definitely depends on the area you're in. Depends on what kind of business you are running. Depends on how many, I guess, employees you would have as well. Like for me, it's just me and my mom right now. We did
Okay.
have like a young helper for a little bit during the summer, and because we're just so busy, we need somebody, but come September, we can't pay them anymore.
Yeah.
So like I definitely will say there is a bit of a limit on it. Like we have to be open weekends, and Gogo no.
That's why I was laughing.
I'm getting the spray bottle. Hold on, I'm getting the spray bottle. I'm coming back. I'll be back. I'm getting the spray bottle. No, I'm kidding. Was their name Rodrigo?
Oh no.
Thank you, Tex. Thank you. They're not that kind of young helper. It's I mean, I wouldn't have been complaining if they were Rodrigo. I wouldn't have been complaining. But I lost my train of thought.
It has left the station. It's gone in the same direction as mine went earlier.
Started
Off
thinking
into
about
the horizon.
I
Off
started
into
thinking
the
of,
horizon, going for Rodrigo.
yeah, I started thinking about Rodrigo, and there it went.
You talked about having to work like weekends and things.
Yeah. So like, you know, when you're an quote experienced business, kind of like people like bowling alleys and I don't know what else, arcades, I guess.
Yeah.
Usually open weekends because like that's when the kids are out of school. That's when most people that work 9 to 5s are off.
Yes.
So it's like you kind of have to be if you want to make any money whatsoever, but you don't have to be as well, depending on what you do.
Okay.
Like I think a lot of restaurants can get away with not being open on weekends. It's gonna benefit them more if they are.
Okay.
And I know there's like also a lot of people that work like 2 jobs and like 2 different businesses as well, but they like own both of them. I know a couple of people that do that.
So I have a question for you, and I'm kind of curious as to how your answer for this is, because I've had different answers every time so far.
Mhm.
How would you define success as a streamer and VTuber? And do you think you fit that bill?
Ooh.
Because this is different depending on how you look at it.
Oh. I think success to me, at least where I currently stand as just a little guy, is having an active chat.
Okay.
That is my gauge for success, because I always have better streams when I have an active chat. Because I'm a very lonely person. I get lonely very, very easily. And so when I have other people talking to me, my energy goes up so much. I have such a good time. But like when I have a quiet chat, I don't I don't feel as good leaving stream, you know? Because it's
Yeah.
like I start getting in my head about what could have I done better? Like, should I try to be like more interactive with chat? And it's just it can be hard. It can be hard, like as a little guy. And so you probably start seeing more active chats around like what I'd assume like 20, 30 viewers. You'll have
It,
slightly less lurkers. I guess I haven't really analyzed it.
so I have to say it's funny because I actually, so to go back to one of my other questions, is unique challenges that I've had so far
Mhm.
is many people have told me that I have a very good sounding voice to listen to while doing something else.
Oh, so you would have a lot of lurkers.
Oh my god. Tank.
Oh,
Tank, hello.
hi Tank.
Thank you for the gift sub to Corvus. But so there have been streams where I've had, I don't want to say dead chat, but I've had a very quiet chat. And like I normally hide the viewer count. Like it's
Yeah.
there if I want to see it, but I have to like hover over it because I've got my Twitch stats there. But like I hide it because I don't want my energy to change throughout the stream as the number goes up and down.
Oh yeah,
Um,
I always keep mine hidden 100%.
and like I'm sitting there like the chat is dead today. What's going on? And I hover over it. I'm like, how are there 25 people watching me right now? Like,
You're all just lurking.
and I'm like, what's going on? And like I talked to a couple people after chat, and they're like, after the stream, like that I felt comfortable talking to it, and they're like, oh yeah, I was working on something else, and you were just up in the background, and you were rambling about like the game or lore or whatever like that. That was super relaxing, and it helped me body double. I'm like, okay, I'm glad it was entertaining. But it was like this weird thing of like, how, like it's like I have to almost constantly remind myself, like just by ignoring the number on screen of like, if you just maintain the energy, people will come.
Yeah. Like for me it's always like after stream when like I'm reading out and you finally see that number.
Yes.
But sometimes I don't let it get to me. Sometimes I'm like that was a good stream regardless.
Yes.
But I think
Uh,
that would definitely be like once I have like an active chat constantly, that would be my success right there.
I think my personal thing of success is building a place where people feel comfortable to hang around and where I could just be like, hey, what are you doing? You want to come by for an interview? And they're just like, I would love to. So you are one of many people that have without hesitation told me yes. And
I'm here.
I feel I cannot I'm gonna get a little sappy here, but I cannot express enough how wonderful it is to be a part of this small corner of our community, and like how quickly you guys have showed me that I am like by all definitions in my own version of like what I can consider successful.
You're doing it. You're killing it. You're great. You're great, Simu.
Let me see. So you brought up healthy marketing
Mhm,
and networking.
mhm.
What are some of the best tips, or I guess tips, or what are some of the best things you've done to market yourself and network yourself that might not have been what you expected at first?
Oh, so I mentioned it earlier, and that was just like going to other people's communities. I think when you're trying to build your own, it never hurt to go visit others.
Okay.
um, and when you get to a point like you have built your community, like I don't know where I'm going. Hold on, I gotta I gotta regauge my thoughts. I guess
Moosh could interview me anytime on their stream if they want to.
no, that's not my content. I'm a bad at asking questions. Bad interviewer. On my what are they called? The job applications. I make people draw pictures to show me how creative they can be.
Tank is 100% correct. You can always learn something from others.
Yeah.
Do it fart though? Wait, what?
Do it. What? TV head, what are you asking?
TV head,
What
I
are you
think you.
asking?
Are you okay, TV head? Do I need to fix your antenna? Do I need to get your signal back in the alignment? I'm confused by what the question is. Please re-ask.
Oh, but going back, I think I have a bit of a better way to word it. So
Okay.
don't let yourself stay in a bubble.
Okay.
Don't let yourself stay in a bubble. I know a lot of us are shy. Sometimes you have to force yourself to like get out of the bubble. But
Okay.
don't stay in the bubble. Like leave the nest, Simu. Go fly free.
It's really funny because I know a lot of people who have come in recently. I didn't get to see me before I started streaming. So I did a lot of work along with Vix before starting to stream, before even deciding to VTube, of being like, I want to support a whole bunch of different people, so I'm going to pop into their streams and their communities and figure out what they're about and whatnot. And next thing I realized, I'm like, I have like 20 Discord servers that I'm a part of.
Yeah, it adds up. It adds up. But like, you don't want to overwhelm yourself too by like,
Yes.
Like there's no shame in starting with a few, feeling people out, and maybe you'll find your home away from home.
Yes.
But like if you go head first, try to get as many people as you can to be your friend, and like try to get into everybody's discords and try to visit everybody's streams, you're just gonna like get overwhelmed, burn out.
Yes.
Like there's no shame in starting small, and eventually maybe you'll have people come to you as well that like you have no idea who they were, and they're like, hey, I'm also a streamer and I like your streams, and you'll be like, cool.
I've had that a couple times actually. I'm like, who are you people? I'm like, I'm a small guy. I don't mean to like toot my own horn here, but like there have been a couple people that have been like, how do you do OBS? I'm like, I'm just learning myself. How am I showing you this?
I know, like everybody has different like growth paces as well, especially on Twitch. Like it's not a race, there's no rush.
No.
Like there's plenty of partner slots for all of us, I'm sure.
It's not a race, and alternatively, you can never compare your day one with someone else's current stream.
Yeah,
because in my case, I'm on month 7,
yeah.
I think. And like somebody who might be starting off being like, I want to dive into streaming, and sees everything in front of them right now, they'd probably be like, how do you do all that? And my biggest answer is money. You don't have to do this. This is a choice.
It is a
100%.
It is a choice. Like, you don't need a model to start. There's options to get a model. Like, there's options to get a live 2D model for relatively cheap. Like, you don't have to pay the big top end model maker from like Iron Vertex $8,000 to get fancy model when you're just starting off. Like you can if you want to, if you have that money, like no one's gonna stop you.
Right, 100%. Like I can tell you, like you should go like commission Apple for a model and everything like that. But like, I know not everybody's like, I don't know how long I want to do this, but it's like a hobby and everything like that.
Mhm.
And like, there's a reason why this wasn't my first model. I didn't know what I was going to be getting into, if I was going to stay up with it, and I basically immediately fell in love with what I was doing. Almost immediately.
Yeah.
Also, PNG tubers are no less VTubers at all. Like, there's nothing against PNG tubers or
Love
anything
our
like that.
PNG tubers.
Yes. If you want to start off as a PNG, there are ways to make it a little bit more interactive with people on the, like, there are programs out there to make you like blink to talk when your mic goes off and things like that, and they're not super hard to set up. So there are options that you don't have to do all of the mix-ins.
Yeah, and there's also so many tutorials now to learn how to do things, and like you can be self-made, and like people are gonna maybe love you all the more for being self-made.
Exactly. In my case, I had an idea in my head where I wanted to be. Once I started to fall in love with it, and I came up with a concept of what I wanted to do. It was just a matter of like, okay, how do I get there, and how do I get there to what I see in my head? And a lot of that's in front of you now.
Yeah, it's not all about the look and appearance. Sometimes it helps, but it's definitely all about personality, baby. Are you actually entertaining? Are you comfy? Are you good for background noise? Are you someone that's gonna get your chat real hyped and going crazy and doing crazy stuff like harassing you? Do you get bullied? Are you easy for your chat to bully? Are you not easy for your chat to bully?
It's funny because Tech says a model is nice, but people watch for many reasons. One of which can be tanks swinging Schmeat.
It's mesmerizing. Have you watched? I'm sure you've watched it. It's mesmerizing.
I think at one point he rigged it where chat could throw things at it.
Yeah.
Also, fun fact: if you move to your right slightly, behind you is a non-binary flag on the shelf.
My right. Which way's my right? Which way's my
That
right?
one.
That way.
Right.
That way.
Hold on. I can point.
Oh,
One of the things I can do.
I see it. Wait,
right.
I see it.
Wing too big.
I
right.
see it.
There. Aha.
I see it. I see
it. That's one of the things I absolutely love, the fact that the person who I commissioned for this included that.
I love it.
Oh, thank you for the headpats.
We gotta salute our flag.
So let's see. Do you? I guess we've kind of already given this one. Actually, might be a repeat question.
Oh.
Do you have any further advice for people in chat or people watching?
Do I have any advice? Yeah. I do have some advice. Live fast, eat ass. That's my advice.
Moira, thank you for the self-care check. Good advice. You don't have to gift 5 subs. People are never required to pay into the stream. For like, I do this for fun. I can tell you, if I was doing this to make money, I would be doing a very bad job at it. It's getting better, but I never expect to be able to support myself with where I am. I love that sound. Does that count as a motto too?
Live fast, eat ass?
Yes. As you say live fast, eat ass, and I get yeeted something on my face.
That's true. That's my motto. That's my motto right there, baby. Live fast, eat ass. Not here for a long time. I'm here for a good time.
Let's see. Is there anything else that could be fun? Do you have any Any fun, silly stories?
Fun, silly story.
Yes.
I wanna save the one I told you about earlier. I wanna save that for maybe later.
Okay.
Um,
I without doxing myself, I was part of a group that did a lot of outdoorsy things. I'm sure you could figure out what it is. And camping trips
Scouts.
where you could earn certain things for doing certain things.
I was a scout too.
Yes. So we're out on a trip and we're out at a campsite at a tent. We're out west. I could say out west because it's not anywhere specific. But one morning, one of my friends, one of my tent mates wakes up. He slept in. We gave him the nickname Forsaken. Hello, come on in. We called him not to make fun of him, but we fondly called him a bear. And so he woke up one morning, unzipped his tent, and there's a deer right on the outside of the door, staring at him in the face.
Oh my god.
And we were out like doing young guy things. I think we were like throwing sticks at each other or something like that. And we hear him scream. And the two of us just come running back to the tent to see the deer running away. And so we were like, so big scary bear ran into Bambi? It was hilarious.
I mean, that's gotta be horrifying. Like, you're waking up, you're a little groggy still, and the one thing you don't expect to be outside your tent is right outside your tent.
Oh, yeah.
But is that what they did in the scouts? They threw sticks at each other?
We were troublemakers. We'll put it that way. We on another camping trip, we may have tried to start instead of like a food fight, because we used to get in trouble for that. We tried to start a stick fight with half the camp, where instead of like paintballing or like what's it called? We tried to do it with like throwing sticks at each other, because young bored boys
Gotta find something to do.
right?
Apparently,
Yeah,
it's
that
throw
was it.
sticks.
Do you have a catchphrase that Gogo hasn't heard?
Do I have a catchphrase?
Yes, Gogo would like to know.
That Goko come?
Wait, huh? Tex,
That's
are you
true.
okay?
That's true. I am known for my mispronunciations of words and making them sound like I'm accidentally saying the word come.
I have questions.
It all started. I was doing a stream and we were just like window shopping on Lush.
Okay.
And there was a product called the Bottle of Calm. And I guess that was
like CALM?
like CALM. And so that was enough for chat to just lose their minds because they thought I was saying the word come. But it's a bottle of calm. It's a bottle of calm, not a bottle of cum. And now that I'm seeing them back to back, they do sound similar.
It's all right. I am very familiar with a streamer who has a thing that happens in his chat where if somebody writes in that word, it starts what they call a cum train.
Oh yeah.
So I'm sure you've heard this sound either on TikTok or other things where it's the person saying it over and over again with music.
Yes. I know exactly what streamer you're talking about. Do
you?
It's Poppy, right?
Yeah, it's Poppy.
Yeah.
We're gonna shout Poppy out, the streamer who has been around for so long that he hardly needs an introduction. Yeah, his chat bullies him. I am very entertained by Poppy, even though he's got a very different energy from me or even your content.
Oh yeah.
Because I love seeing what you can and cannot do with in particular, the VTubing form of media.
Mhm.
Like, I'm sitting here going, how do I do that? How do I do that? And like, speaking of that kind of stuff, like Alpine,
Oh my god, Alpine is so talented, and I miss him. It's been a while since I've been able to like hang out with Alpine.
you did a couple months ago, you did an art lesson with Alpine, right?
I did, and we were gonna do like I don't know if it was gonna be on stream or off stream at all, but we were gonna play some Sims together, and then like it was at a time where I got really busy because the wedding was coming up, and so
Yeah.
we never got to do it. And I wanna play.
You should reach out to him. I think he'd like that.
I should. I think I'll wait till after October because he's doing like the prompts for the month, and like
Yes.
I know how daunting those can be. And like
Yeah,
he's taken the extra mile with them.
Yeah. For those of you that don't know, Alpine on Twitter has been drawing new assets and outfits daily based on the Inktober for this year. And so it's been crazy to see the stuff that he can do with that.
Yeah, he's doing great.
Hello. What is for your digital art stuff?
Mhm.
What is your favorite programs?
So I use Clip Studio. I know I use Clip Studio. I know it was a hot topic for a little bit there in the art community, but it's still one of the, like my favorite programs. I'm not gonna suddenly switch.
Being eaten.
You are. I can't even defend you. Like I can't even protect you from the objects coming at you. They're just coming out of the ether.
Right. Yeah, I just put on my goggles and hope they don't get in my eyes.
Ooh.
Oh God, no! He stole the
Take
goggles.
them off. Take them off. Wait. What if?
What if? What if? Oh yeah. This is the first time somebody gets to show it off.
I've stolen the goggles now. It was me all along. They're a little big. They're a little big.
A little big.
A little big.
Also, this is the first time that anybody gets to see somebody else with them.
That's right, I'm the first.
TV still wants them big.
You want them big? You want them big? There. They do have to be big on my little frog head.
And I have a timer in mind, so chat has to keep stealing them if they want them gone.
Oh, I look pretty good in these.
They look really good on you, actually.
I know, maybe should Touche have glasses?
So Touche?
Glasses?
Maybe. It actually kind of reminds me a little bit of your aura that you made for the collab with your goggles on your aura.
Oh yeah, my Tushy.
Oh no. Also, somebody had asked after actually you still have the program Clip Studio.
Oh
Were you
yeah.
going into more about that?
Oh yeah. So I use Clip Studio, and then I also use Clip Studio on my iPad as well. So I have a drawing screen tablet that I got for my sister-in-law. Cause she's an animator, so she had an old one that she sent me, or she sent to Squall, and then I said, "You're not gonna use this. Take." so I've been using it. And then I also use a iPad with a Apple Pen for drawing. And there is another program I want to try out, and I actually have to remember to buy it before it's no longer on sale.
Okay.
That Happy told me about. That's called Rebel,
Rebel?
and it's REB E 2 L's E, and it's like a realistic painting program.
Okay.
So the brushes in it act more like real brushes.
Well, that's really cool.
So I wanted to get that, and I wanted to do some like follow along with Bob Ross streams.
That would be really
kind
cool.
of, because I tried to do that one time where I followed a like painting tutorial in Clip Studio, and I just didn't have the right brushes for it, like whatsoever. And my piece did not turn out how I wanted to. It still looked really cute, but I'd love if I could get something like more realistic looking, so I feel like I'm actually painting, even though it's all digital.
Okay.
I feel like that would work like really well for the VTubing medium, rather than me like trying to paint on a physical canvas.
Also, this was asked by, I think, Moira?
Is it Moira? So Moira, fun fact about Moira, Moira is one of Squall's like old friends.
Okay. Moira asked, what is your favorite Halloween movie?
What's my favorite Halloween movie? I don't know. I've only watched like the kid ones. I've never really watched any of the adult ones. So I like
Ancient.
Yeah, they go way back. Many moons ago.
Many moons.
But I think my favorite is probably like the classic Hocus Pocus.
I do like the Hocus Pocus.
I also like, this is gonna reveal my age slightly. That's okay. Was it Scary Godmother? Which was
Scary
like
Godmother?
On Cartoon Network all the time when I was
Yeah.
growing up.
that was they still play that every year.
Yeah, it's still every year. It's like one of my more fond Halloween movies. And I did see they are coming out with a Hocus Pocus 2. I gotta watch it when it comes out. There's also like Disney had like Return to Halloween Town and Halloween Town. Those were good movies too.
Yes. Yeah, Halloween Town was also a really good movie. Definitely very much enjoy those. Also, Tank had said, this is quickly becoming Jackass. the person being blasted. Oh god, chat, hold on. Person getting blasted, person who isn't affected wearing safety gear.
Hi, I'm Moosh, and this is Emu, and welcome to Jackass.
I was gonna say we should open up to chat for questions, but they're already asking questions.
No, they are.
It's good. Keep doing it.
Yeah. Does anybody else have questions?
Also, I guess I know I asked you. Do you have questions for me?
I told you I was bad at interviewing. I have no questions. Other than, how are you, Zimu? How are you?
I am good.
You asked me.
Possibly a little concussed.
You got
the gnome launcher is targeting my face.
maybe a few bruises. So.
It's just a few.
Don't worry, I'll make you a potion later. Cure those right up.
Okay. I appreciate it.
When is Moosh going to see Top Gun Maverick? As soon as you take me to see it, Squall.
Wait, hold on, Moosh. I have that on Amazon.
Oh, Top Gun.
We could do a movie night.
That would be fun, because I actually
do a Discord movie night.
Yeah, I recently watched the first Top Gun, which I had never seen all the way through, with Squall. We had like a little movie date. We made like a little charcuterie board, got some wine, and we watched Top Gun. Very fun. I drank a lot of wine. I drank like half a bottle.
So fun fact, part of the inspiration for the bar and the new look is actually Top Gun.
I knew it. I sniffed it out.
So the bar is a major inspiration from Maverick, the second movie.
So we gotta watch the
With
second one to understand the context.
well, without giving much away, basically there's a flight school next door, and there's a bar that is there for the students, but it's also open to the public. So like my lore, my updated lore is I was training to become a pilot in flight school, but due to physical limitations and other things like that, I wasn't actually able to become a pilot, although I did finish my training. So to not give up on my training and whatnot, I ended up opening up the establishment for the trainees so I can pass on the knowledge to future generations, and so they can just talk about their war stories and their other stories and just hang out and have a good time.
I can talk about my Fortnite war stories.
Yes. It's funny, TV Head, that you say that, because I've already said this to a couple people that if I ever do a karaoke stream, that's going to be one of the first ones I open up with. I almost have to because of the bar and everything else. Also, I don't know if you guys heard it because I had the music a little bit quieter earlier, but on my playlist, my normal playlist that I've been playing recently, I have Danger Zone, which is the cover by Psycho Stick.
Highway to the danger zone.
There's also Great Balls of Fires on that one too. So that one's fun.
Carrot Wizard asked, what would I do if Baja Blast was permanently discontinued? I would die.
Is that not a major part of your potion?
I would die. I would die. It is a major ingredient. I would just perish.
Perish.
I would perish. I would perish.
I think TV Head, in order to stop that, I think you need to create a rebellion, rise up with your TV Head brethren, and make sure that Baja Blast never goes away.
Can never die. What's my favorite chick flick? And did I make him watch The Notebook after? I don't watch those kind of movies.
No.
No, I'm not like other girls.
It's alright. I've watched the Notebook.
No, I think I watched it at one point too, but I'm not really. I'm a romantic comedy person, so I like the classics with Adam Sandler, like 50 First Dates.
Yes.
Like I like comedy in my movies. I'm not really like sappy romance. Like I don't think I've ever touched. I never watched Titanic all the way through. I've only seen like the important scenes. Like I've never watched Pride and Prejudice. I'm like I like romance. I love romance. Like let's be real. I love romance, but I love comedy more.
One thing that people ask me occasionally is, have I seen the Twilight movies? All I'll say on this is I was forced at one point to watch the first one. I literally fell asleep and I woke up partway through to the line, "Get on my back, my little spider monkey." And I walked out of the room dying laughing. Because it was said seriously, and I'm like, what?
Listen, for us vampire lovers, that was a top tier content at the time. Like
I can make fun of it though.
Yeah, you can. In the end, as I got older, I realized how terrible it really was. But like at the time, I wanted to become a vampire. I wanted my handsome vampire boyfriend to come take me away from the woes of the world, and so I could live my best vampire life as among the vampires. And that never happened.
Also, Moira says, "Have you seen Murder Mystery?"
I have not seen Murder Mystery. I
Is
don't
it
even.
Is it a movie called Murder Mystery, or are you talking like Clue? Because Clue is a fantastic movie.
I have seen Clue. I love Clue. Clue is very good. I don't. I think there is a movie called Murder Mystery. I don't
It's an
think
Adam
I've seen
Sandler
it.
movie.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen that one.
Have you seen the most recent Goosebumps movie?
No, I haven't seen that one either.
It is really good. I don't. It gave me a new appreciation for new Jack Black movies. I will say that it's actually what that the new Ghostbusters movie is actually like the reason why I'm actually kind of hyped and let down simultaneously about the new Mario Brothers movie.
Oh,
I'm let down by Chris Pratt so far, but I'm hyped for Jack Black.
I will have to see his performance because, like, as much as Chris Pratt's kind of an icky person to me, just from like the context of what I've seen, like publicly, I do like his performances in a lot of stuff. So I'll have to see. I'm waiting and seeing. But
Yeah.
Jack Black is like always golden.
Yes.
Always.
TV Head did AMA. You got a favorite heist movie? If not heist, then Big Dumb Super Action.
Oh, I do. What is it? I have to think of the.
I think one of my favorite heist ones is The Italian Job.
I don't think I've seen Italian Job, and I had to stop myself from making a really inappropriate joke.
Oh. Oh.
So I think
Tex is like, what? Welcome to Moosh. Moosh knocked open the wholesome door with their big yowie. Oh wait, hold on. I can add to that even better. Hold on. Moosh blasted that door open with their big yowie.
I didn't know you could do that. I didn't know you could do that. That was great.
I run voice mod, so one of the things I can do is here. Hold on. I'll make you a drink real quick. Hold on. But I'm still kind of new at this thing, so
Okay.
I'm fumbling around with my wings. So
Okay. Are you? Oh gosh, that sounded bad. Are you okay back there? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. One second. I gotta find some more stuff.
Okay. Man, what cat VTuber was that?
Listen, they weren't very happy.
I'd say they were being a little catty.
The fun things you can do.
That's pretty good. Like I like voice mod. I have to use it more.
I gotta get some more sounds. I don't have them equipped on my stream my stream deck, but like you can do like voice changers and stuff through it. I mostly have it for the sound.
That must be a newer feature because I remember I had voice mod for a little bit. I took it off my PC though to make room for stuff. They didn't have the sound stuff yet. It was like only the voice changers.
Yeah, I don't know how new the sound stuff is, but it makes sense.
It does.
Answer question. Hold on. Oh, TV Head wants to know yours.
Oh, the heist movie.
Yeah.
I can't think of like a heist movie, but like action movies. What is it? Oh, I have to remember the name of it. And it's escaping me right now, but it's like we have to wait till it all cools over and go down to the pub for a pint.
Oh, Shaun of the Dead?
Maybe Shaun of the Dead. No, it's not. It's the same guys, but not Shaun of the Dead.
Hot Fuzz?
Hot Fuzz. Yeah.
Hot Fuzz
Thank
is
you.
amazing. I love Hot Fuzz. Hot
The-
Fuzz is so much fun.
Always gotta have a little bit of comedy in it.
Yes. Moira asked favorite band. I am just a general music enjoyer. It's been a long time since I've had a favorite band. I think there are way too many fantastic bands to really pick one. But if I really had to, I'm gonna go back to my rock band days, and I think I'm gonna have to pick oh god, why is the name escaping me? I'm having a bird brain moment.
Oh no.
Oh god.
Both our brains are failing.
Yes. I am blanking on the Avenged Sevenfold. Avenged Sevenfold is probably if I had to pick one.
Can't think of an Avenged Sevenfold song off the top of my head.
They're dark. We'll just say that. Actually, I have Spotify right here. I'm sitting over here like I can type in Avenged Sevenfold and read off a song list. I started writing in the search bar Spotify. If you were curious as to whether or not I had ADHD.
I know I think both our brains are shutting down. We wanna wrap up our visit. Are you still good?
I'm good. My brain is just
Melting.
a little scattered.
Melting.
So they have like Little Piece of Heaven, Hail to the King, Nightmare, Bat Country. Nightmare is usually the one that's pretty well known. Yeah, they're technically a metal band.
Yeah, like I know of them. I just don't think I've ever actually listened to their music.
Z and Mojo, hello, welcome on in. I didn't realize that it was Mojo stealing my things. Hello, welcome on in. How are the two of you doing?
Hello.
I don't know if you saw this. One of the things seeing Z pop in a chat actually reminded me. I want to start seeing my VTuber friends have colorful nails that are colored based on their VTuber models.
Yeah, I remember seeing you post about that, and like we talked about it with Gogo too the other night.
Yeah.
I have black nail polish.
Okay.
I would have to get some green, and I have a holographic blue.
Okay. That would be exciting to see.
Yeah, unfortunately, my nails are like utterly destroyed.
I've gotten a few people that have been like, they're like, but I'm a guy, and I'm like,
paint them anyway.
I was like, did I specify? I just want to see colorful nails. Non-binary mode activate. Actually, right now I have black. I don't know if you saw them. I put them on. Did I put them on Twitter? I don't know if I did. I've got black nails, except my ring fingers on both hands are orange.
Yeah, Halloween.
Because those will be there probably past Halloween, if I'm honest. It'll be about 3 weeks until I go again.
Yeah, Z did all colors.
Z, you should post those to Twitter. Because I think those are really cute. She did like green with like little vines and like little leaves on them, but they're like the light blue like her model.
Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see.
I haven't seen any other questions. Have you?
I have not.
Oh, Tank asked, how do you feel about the Sandler classic Little Nicky?
The what?
Sandler movie, Adam Sandler movie, Little
Oh,
Nicky.
Little Nicky. I don't think I've seen Little Nicky either. Have I?
Oh,
I'd have to. Let me look it up.
it's the one where he's the son of Satan, and he's like on Earth, because he's like the next in line, the Prince of Satan.
I think
Ozzy Osbourne shows up in it.
this is probably one of the ones where I've only watched it like once.
Okay.
For Sandler movies, I've seen like Happy Gilmore, The Wedding Singer. I've watched a lot.
Okay.
Click.
Ozzy was Satan, if I remember right, in that one. Yeah.
Yeah, Grandma's Boy. Was it? There was also Bubble. Was it Bubble Boy?
Bubble Boy, yes. Was that? Wait, was that?
I don't think that was Sandler though.
I don't think that was Sandler. It was a good movie. I don't think it was Sandler.
I might be thinking of Waterboy. I'm thinking
Waterboy
of the Waterboy.
Waterboy was Sandler.
Yeah.
Z says, Moosh, I love you. You're so damn cute. Can we be friends?
We can be friends. Yeah, just
Go.
come hang out with me or ask me to hang out. Or I'll come to Zemo server sometime.
You are more than welcome. If you see people in the VC, just hop in. Don't feel like anybody. Okay. So I know that there's and you talked about this earlier a little bit.
Mhm.
I know that it might seem rude, or there's like a lot of what's the word? Not stress. Anxiety about if you see people hanging out in a VC, you don't want to intrude, or you don't want to feel like you're not welcome. One of the things I'll say about my VC is everybody is welcome all the time, because when it comes to if I'm doing something private or something a little bit sensitive or whatever that's not open to the public, the general Discord, I won't be in the general VC. I'm usually try to be very careful about that. But if you see me in the VC or you see other people in the VC, I want people to feel like you can just kind of hop in. Kind of like the same thing about the bar is everybody's welcome. It's kind of like an open door policy. So I don't want anybody to ever feel like that they're not welcome to hop into the VC, at least just to pop in and say hi. So like that also goes for like you, Moosh, that goes for GoGo, that goes for anybody who wants to pop in. A lot of times like I'll be hanging out in like the VC or whatever and just like vibing, and like I'm trying to be better about that, of just like, hey, I've got nothing going on, I'm just gonna sit in the VC and just hang out with whoever wants to be there. Be like Vivi and just literally pop in and just say stinky and then leave.
Yeah, Vivi does that, but that makes me love Vivi more.
Right. GoGo says, what motivates you to get out of bed in the morning?
What motivates me to get out of bed? Food.
Food?
I'm very food motivated.
I'm motivated by spite. It sounds weird to put it like that. However, I live to make haters jealous. When I succeed, I know I can rub it in someone who wants to see me fail's face and say, ha, I don't care that you were an obstacle in my path. I proved you wrong.
Just take all your success and your happiness and joy and shove it down their throats.
Gogo says, did you already go over your dream collab?
I don't think we had that question.
That question did not come up.
I'll answer it though. I could answer it, but I think I already had my dream collab.
Did you?
So like when I first started, I mentioned earlier how like Froggy's big inspiration, big friend, etc., etc. She is such a joy to be around. I like watch her play games too. I just really wanted to play a game with her, and we both really like dogs. So this is like months ago. This is like probably my first month of streaming or so, I asked her to play. What is it? Oh my god, what is the name of it? Fogs. Yes, I asked her to play Fogs, and
Fogs?
it's a cute little game, like a puzzle game where you're both two different dog heads and you're connected. So like you're trying to solve all of these puzzles whilst connected to the other person, but you can like stretch and expand your body. Yeah, like cat dog. It
Oh, I think
was
I remember popping in briefly for that.
it was so fun, and like I have yet to find a game where I have a specific person I want to play with. Like that's my favorite way to collab is find a game that someone comes to mind when I find the game that I can be like, I need to play this with that person.
It's so funny enough. I think another collab, I think you've had that, whether you know it or not, it's kind of memorable. You remember Kiwi with Jex?
Oh my god, yeah, Kiwi was
That was my introduction to Jex, and now anytime I see the game Kiwi, I think of you and Jex.
Oh my gosh, we didn't actually finish that completely, I think still.
Oh, really?
No, I don't think we ever completely finished the game, but there was a lot of puzzles. But that was so fun. Like Jax is such a goofball. Like have you gotten a chance to see any of the so he stopped streaming on Twitch and he's now
Yeah.
making content on YouTube with like other VTubers. Have you gotten the chance to see any of that at all?
I haven't. I've been meaning to. I haven't seen a whole ton of it. I know from what I've heard, he's enjoying it a lot more.
Yeah, he's got like at least 3 videos up now, I think. Like he did Cash Crab, which is like Cash Cab kind of.
Yes. Okay.
He did that with Avispa and Gamma,
Okay.
and I think he also did one with Coco Rocco. Is that
Okay.
her name? I'm trying to think if that's Rococo. Yeah, thank you. And he's got other stuff coming out, but like they're so cute, and like I'm happy for him because like he was one of the first friends I made in this community as well. Like I love that he's found something that he enjoys.
I'm happy for him.
Yeah.
It is admittedly kind of, in a weird way, kind of sad because he's not streaming, but he's still content creating and still very much present in the community.
Yeah, like he's definitely around. Like my favorite thing is when he comes in and he does the text to speech and it's just some like long form nonsense that you just have to sit there and listen for the bot to say.
Do you do a TTS bot?
I do have a TTS bot. I keep all my stuff like relatively cheap on the cheaper side because like if it's too expensive, you can't really have fun with it. But I feel like it's one of those things where you have to increase the price when you
Yes.
have more people in your community, so people can't harass you with it as often.
Yes.
Because then it just gets out of control.
I think I don't know if I ever will get a TTS, not because I don't enjoy it,
Mhm.
but because if I want to do content like this a lot, it could get very intrusive.
Yeah, that could be like harder to deal with because you're talking to someone and then someone else redeems the bot and you're like, it would be distracting.
Yeah. Also, Gogo says, new quest, find a game that Moosh thinks of him and wants to play together. What would you think that would be?
Oh, game with Gogo. I'd have to look.
You want to pick up another water bottle?
Oh yeah. I'm feeling a little thirsty. Let me get down there.
Also,
Yeah.
Sock, hello, welcome on in. If I can get out a shout out for Sock, I'm also going to do something real quick.
There we go. All sippied.
Sock, if you type again, you might have another little badge that pops up. I have a interview lined up with Sock for the first week in November.
Let's go! I love Sock. Sock's. I'm so like Sock's model and concept of being a literal sock
Right.
tickles my heart and my funny bone in the right spot.
I love Sock's content. It is so gremlin and yet so wholesome and so like comfy at the same time. I don't know how they could pull it off as well as they do, but oh my god. I also know that Sock does a lot of lurking, and we very much appreciate Sock. It also
Love Sock.
surprises me to an amazing degree, how widespread I see Sock around, just like lurking. It's like, oh, he's here. It's like, oh, they're here too. I'm an enigma. So I have a question. If you were to pick a collab game, not necessarily one that you think you would have fun with, but one that you think reminds you of me, to collab with me with, what would it be?
Oh, hold on. I gotta pull up Steam. Hold on. See, this is hard because there are so many games. This is
Right?
and like,
Because I have an obvious one for you.
oh no.
However, I'm not going to say that one, and I want you to know that the symbol over your head gives it away.
I wouldn't want anything else. I wouldn't want it to be anything else.
So, surprisingly, the one I would actually want to collab with you and actually reminds me a lot of your energy and stuff like that would be like Overcooked.
I've had people say they want to play Overcooked. I want to try it. I definitely want to try it and play it. I haven't yet.
So I would have already done it had it not been for the fact that the only way that I am aware to co-op in Overcooked is remote play.
Really?
So if you don't have really good internet, you're streaming the game to other people who are streaming their inputs to you, and then you're also streaming the game.
Oh.
Mojo says Played Up. Is Played Up not remote play?
Hold on. I actually just passed it. Let me see.
Z says Hoonie Pop. Wait, for who? For
Honey
me or for
Pop
Moosh? Try over. Yeah. When I say Overcooked, I didn't mean just regular Overcooked. I also meant like Overcooked too. Wait, me? Honey Pop? Oh no. Oh no, why am I being called out by Z? If I had to pick a collab game for Go-Go, personally, I think I would pick what's that game where it's almost like Human Fall Flat, but it's like you have to yeet each other off the map and it's like a wrestling game? It's like, I think it's like Cage Beasts or something.
Let's see. Cage Beast.
Gang Beasts.
Gang Beast. Oh yeah. That would be fun to play. That'd be fun to play with Go-Go.
Especially with Go-Go, because you know he'd be like he'd be yelling out moves as he's like trying to yeet you off the map. And like, I love the fact how you're just gonna talk about Go-Go for a second. I love the fact that every time he gets hit in the game, he yells and responds like he actually gets hit. It's amazing.
Like, Go-Go 100% is my favorite person to play party games with. Like, Jackbox, anything like that.
That was another fantastic. Was that streamed? Did we just kind of play that? I forget when it was like a Jackbox with like, I think it was you, Go-Go. Oh, who else was in that night?
I think I've done like 1 or 2 Jackbox nights with Go-Go, I think.
I ended up in one of them, I think.
I know there's the one where the Dumpy meme came from. I
Jackbox 9
know.
on the 21st of this month. Is that when it comes out?
I mean, another one already?
Right? Not
Wait,
the dumping me.
wait. I see Jackbox Party Pack. Oh, it is coming out. It's actually 20th.
Oh. Go dumping confirmed by Moosh.
I was
There was a
there
word
for that
arrangement.
story. I witnessed the creation of the Go-Go Dumpnado.
Text says, I remember one specifically where there was a word arrangement game where we all just kept inputting Moosh.
I did get a little extra love in some of those games.
And it won. Yeah, because I think it was you, Go-Go, me, Tex. Oh, I don't remember who else was there. I don't remember exactly who else was there. But yeah, that one was a lot of fun. I don't remember if anybody was even necessarily streaming for it. I think it might have just been like a we were hanging out type thing.
Yeah, probably.
There's a game that I think about, I kind of think about Tex a little bit. There's a new like imposter game where it like the setting is like the wild west, and like there's two sheriffs and they have to find out where the other people are, and the people have to hide like in the NPCs. It's like Western themed, and I think it would be so much fun to do with Tex because he would just be going crazy. I forget what game it's called, but like you have to do tasks like put it in my mouth. Oh, I forget what it's called. I see it on TikTok occasionally. People play it. But like you have to walk around trying to look and be like NPCs. And then like the two sheriffs have to go around finding where the imposters are.
I don't know.
Oh no. Oh, another game I would absolutely love to just get a collab going, but I understand why people wouldn't, is if you've ever seen oh god, what was it called? I gotta find it real quick. I know there's a game called Project Winter, but then there's another survival game out there that I'm aware of. I'm gonna like stop stream and immediately remember what it is. This is how my brain works.
West Hunt.
West Hunt?
Vivi, you have to let me go. You have to forget about me, Vivi. I'm already gone.
Yeah, Vivi, the accident was 5 years ago. That's a question from Z to you.
Do I feel hindered by being a froggy VTuber? I did talk about this a little bit. I feel hindered because I feel like I'm not froggy looking enough. I get confused for other races a lot. Like I've got an alien, goblin, not enough frog though. But I am a frog, so I think if anything, I want to go more frog. All frog, all the time, all day, 24/7. Frog time, baby. Oh, Visitor Cleanup Detail was so fun. That used to be like my relaxing game was Visitor Cleanup Detail instead of Power Wash Simulator.
I've loved some of the content that some people have come out with that game, and some of the moments that I've seen in that game that other people do in that game. I would love to just like gremlin out and recreate some of the moments and just. I was watching a game where somebody was running a 4-player game, and I guess there's some maps where you have to spawn in the buckets.
What
Like,
the heck? You have to
Like there's a machine that you push a button and it pops out another bucket. And they kept spamming the bucket. And one of the people comes over, they're like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "Bucket, bucket, bucket." And they crashed the game by spawning too many buckets. It was hilarious.
Too many buckets.
I'm not me going on YouTube to look at somebody I know that plays this game to try to break this out of my head. I just found it. It's a game called Dread Hunger.
Dread Hunger.
So the premise of the game, you are a crew going through the it's going through the northern pass.
Oh, I think I remember us talking about this game before.
I understand why people wouldn't want to play it, A, because it's because it's not a necessarily cheap game, and it requires a lot of people, kind of like Among Us, to be fun. But everything is proximity voice, already included in the game. But basically, like, you have your imposters, but it's also a survival game where you have to get a ship through a pass. So you have to gather resources, you have to craft some things, you have to fight against the map, and it's not just social deception, it's also survival, and in my opinion, it eliminates a lot of the issues with the social deception. And plus, it's not just like, hey, we found the imposter, we have to vote them out. It's, no, we know who the imposter is, now we have to go deal with them.
Can't just kick them out of the ship, you have to hunt them down.
Yeah. So that game would be a lot of fun to just get a whole bunch of VTubers in. It would also be a little bit weird because, like, unlike a lot of the VTuber collabs where you can just get everybody in the same call and like have all of their PNGs and stuff on it, you'd almost have to stream it in a way where everybody's live showing their own perspectives and like nobody else is on their screen because of the proximity chat.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You'd have to get, like, I think only partners can do it, but you can do, like, the collab streams.
I know there's the multi-stream website you could do where you just pull up like everybody's streams all together.
Oh.
But I don't know how that functions beyond like I think like I don't know if 4 is the max.
I'm not sure.
But yeah, that'd be interesting. 100% the guy who runs off, and by the time you find me, how somehow the entire map is clean. Oh, is that in Viscera cleanup detail? Moira says, have you played Overwatch 2?
No.
No, and for personal reasons, I won't. Unless for some reason the company behind Overwatch 2 changes. I won't. It's one of the reasons you won't see me playing WoW.
I'm glad we're of similar mindsets on that.
Yeah. For reasons that became very public a few months ago, even older than that, I will not support that company.
Plus, there's other fun games by other companies
that do the similar thing.
Yeah.
If you're looking at Overwatch 2, I will tell you to go play the Gundam game. Or I will tell you to go play Paladins, or I will tell you to go play something else. If that's the type of thing that you want, if that's the kind of game that you would like to play. I understand it might be free. It's still supporting them because you're playing into, like, especially if you're a streamer, whether you mean to or not, whether you actually put money into it, you're giving them watch time. You're giving them exposure. It still helps them. I refuse to support the company. Personally.
Yeah. I feel like they haven't really done enough to make up for or show that they've changed either.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't want to get into specifics on stream.
Yeah.
Also, I also want to be very clear, my own personal stance on this. I don't really necessarily want it to impact other people's stances on this. My personal stance is I won't.
And you're still getting shit thrown at you.
Yeah. They just like to bully me.
Don't you guys have phones?
That game is a thing now. That came out. People don't realize, but it came out.
So I actually saw a TikTok earlier where, since we're on this subject, to play Overwatch 2, apparently you can't use you have to have a verified phone, I guess. You can't use a prepaid phone. You have to have a phone that's like on contract. So you can't like use a Google number or like a prepaid phone or anything. And I'm like, how is that fair to like people? Okay, they fixed it. That's good to hear.
But yeah, that's the fact that that was even a thing in the first place. That is one of the many reasons that's just adding to the list of things of why I won't. Funny little bug for typing check might make you buy skins. Oh my god. They fixed that too. They're not doing themselves any favors.
Yeah. Like, I'm not gonna hate on anybody either that is playing the game. Like,
Right.
you want a game. You want to play video games. You're a gamer. You want to play video games. But like,
Yes.
if you support them and their practices, then we'll have a different conversation.
Yeah. I also am very aware that you can like a game but not like the company behind it. I understand that. There's certain things that were crossed that make that so I do not want to support the company. So you tune in. Well, we can talk about Fortnite again and how Lament has not been carrying my fat dumpy lately. And Lament needs to carry some more.
Lament doesn't carry me. We are on equal footing now.
Oh yeah, I mentioned so by the way, vicariously, you have addicted Mojo and Z to Fortnite because I've got them addicted to it. It is your fault, Moosh.
I've done that to a lot of people where I got them addicted, and then because I got them addicted by proxy, I also got their friends addicted.
Right.
And the circle never ends. It'll never end.
The Lament says, I swear to God, to play with Fortnite with you. We'll see. It's almost midnight. I'm sure I don't know if you're aware, Moosh, but we've been going for almost 3 hours.
I suspected as much. That's okay. Also, my if we're talking about Fortnite here, my trigger finger is getting a little itchy for some victory royales. Yeah, Fortnite. We're about to get down.
Victory Royale. No, I don't play with the building. I don't think it's as fun with the building.
Yeah, at one point when there was only building, then I still played. I still like Fortnite with building, but now that I have no build mode, I don't want to leave no build mode.
So we'll do this. We'll open this up to final questions before we begin wrapping up. Favorite cryptid?
Mothman.
Favorite cryptid? Honestly, it has to be Sock's evil twin Sock that got lost in the dryer.
The other Sock.
The other Sock.
Wait, I have a question for Sock now. Sock, are you the left Sock or are you the right Sock?
I mean, if they're never wrong, are they always the right sock?
That's a good question.
I like how Texas like no hesitation.
There's not a political question. Left and right things existed before politics.
Socks is, does anyone ever keep track of which sock is which? I actually used to have a pair of socks that had a R and an L on it because they were shaped. Outside of that, no.
What is Squall doing? Squall's in bed. Squall's a sleepy gamer because it's midnight here, and he has work tomorrow.
Lament, are you the L sock because you keep catching them L's in Fortnite? The joke is I am either one because non-binary.
Hell yeah.
Hey, yo. Fun fact, I did a quiz where it was like, here's the percentages of your alignment, where you stand on the whatever. And like, they kind of ask really, really vague questions that are related about like your different opinions of like yourself, your gender, like blah, 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 blah. I got like 80% non-binary. And I was like, I would have thought that would be a little bit lower because I do identify as masked non-binary.
Yeah, I know what quiz you're talking about. I did that as well.
Yeah.
My trans and gender fluid percentages were very high.
Mine were actually relatively low compared to the non-binary one.
Yeah, I saw the trans one and I said, I'm not gonna poke that with a stick right now. I'm gonna come back to that some other time. But that's the nice thing about gender identities and like
it doesn't have to stay the same.
It doesn't have to stay the same. We can apparently
I don't have a nose piercing. However, I can do this.
Can get rid of the nose completely.
Yes. But here, ready? Moosh, ready? You got games on your phone?
I got Fortnite on my phone.
You got Fortnite on your phone?
I got Fortnite on my phone. You want to play Fortnite on our
play
phone?
Can you buy me V-Bucks so I can win some more Victory Royales?
Oh, I gotta ask my mom.
You gotta ask your mom.
I gotta ask my mom.
Happy.
Wait, is Happy my mom?
I don't know. I just threw a name out. I saw her in chat. That's why.
Well, if Lament's my Fortnite dad, does that mean Happy's my Fortnite mom?
Maybe.
And then I have to ask Happy for people. Yeah, I am Lament's son. That's true.
The real question is, why is Zemo? Everybody asks, why is Zemo? Never, how is Zemo?
Wait, I asked how is Zemo. I asked that earlier.
I was making a joke.
But why? Also, why are you Zemo? How are you Zemo? Who is Zemo?
Who is the Zemo? That is the real
question. Who
question.
is the Zemo?
Next question. Why am I Fortnite dad? Hold on. Is that because you all call me Burbther? Wait, actually, here's a question for chat. Here's a question for chat. Do y'all prefer Burbther, like BIRBTHER, or Feather Father? Because Arma came up with Feather Father.
I see Burbther.
That was Z and Mojo. They came up with Burbther. Of course, they're on the team Burbther. When is Zemu? Zemu is forever.
Father, I crave violence.
It might be easier to type, but it's harder to say. Plus, Feather Father has that alliteration. I'm tempted to make a poll, actually.
Yeah, Twitter poll. Twitter poll.
Twitter poll? Twitter poll. I'll do it at the end of stream. I'll do a
Heck
Twitter
yeah.
poll.
Here,
Also,
I'll make a
I
note.
do make a note. I also want to start. I want to start a the Twitter fads. I want to start the Twitter fad of show me your nails that are themed like your VTuber. I actually want that to be a thing. I know Z just posted on Twitter.
Hear that, chat? You gotta make it happen. You gotta go to Twitter. Go to twitter.com/ZmuRen and check out the trend, and then follow the trend and let it pop off.
Yeah, Sock, you did send me your shiny nails a little bit ago. When you said make a note,
I literally made a note.
That's great.
And then if I don't see it after stream, I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna point finger at note.
Point finger. All right, so starting to wrap it up a bit. So Moosh, what streams do you have coming up this week?
This week, tomorrow, Wednesday at 4 p.m., I will be playing more Bayonetta 2 for Big October. We are celebrating the release of Bayonetta 3. My absolute favorite game series is finally getting its third game. It's coming out on the, was it 28th? So we've been playing Bayonetta. We finished Bayonetta 1 in like 2 days. But we're on to 2. And we're playing 2. We're going to play tomorrow. Then on Friday at 9 p.m. EST, I will be playing Deep Rock for the first time. Sorry, not 9. I think it was 8. It was 8 p.m. I'll be playing with Movie Cowboy, Acarcion, and Vivi Mancy. We're going to be playing some Deep Rock, and I've never played before, but I'm really excited.
It's a lot of fun. Rock and Stone is fun.
And then Sunday at 7 p.m., I'm playing Fortnite. And I've got some slots open if anyone wants to come play with me.
When was that? Friday?
Yep. No, Sunday.
Sunday.
Yep, Sunday at 7.
If I wasn't already streaming. So I'm in the middle of Spooky Month. I'm doing spooky themed games this month. Earlier this month we beat Little Nightmares 1 and we beat Dead Space 1. Tomorrow we are going to be playing at 8 p.m. Some Dead by Daylight. And Saturday I had planned for a noon stream to start up Little Nightmares 2, and Sunday I did an 8 p.m. stream for Dead Space 2. However, today I got an email. I got into the what's the game? What is it?
The Warhammer?
The Darktide. Warhammer Darktide. I got into the closed beta. And that is this weekend. So I might be redoing those streams for the same time slots, but just make them dedicated to Darktide. Because I haven't seen someone else get in on our friend group, and I want to experience it, and I think a few people will be interested in seeing what it's like. So I checked to make sure it is streamable. There's no NDA about it. They actually have this very specific thing of like you can stream it. So I might just pick up Little Nightmares 2 and Dead Space next week. And I might extend Spooky Month another week just until I can finish Little Nightmares 2 and Dead Space 2.
Yeah, gotta get the beta testing in when you can.
Right. No embargo. In the name of the Emperor, let none survive. Supposedly, they're having a Twitch integration too. I don't know if that's going to be enabled for the closed beta. Get the heavy flammer. But yeah. For those who might be new, where can people find your content?
So I am on Twitter, TikTok, and Twitch as well as YouTube. I am under Mooshifer on everything. And if you guys want to add me on Epic to play some Fortnite, I am Mooshifieri. So it's Mooshfieri, like Guy Fieri. Because would you believe that Mooshifer was already taken?
Mooshifer? I remember you saying that.
I was so mad about it. So I am Mooshifieri.
That's awesome. Do you have any closing statements for stream while I get Twitch pulled up to see who we can raid? And I will ask you if you have anybody in mind that you would like.
I'd have to look. Closing statements. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for listening to me and Zimu talk for the past 3 hours.
As I continues to get pelted with things.
I look forward to coming back sometime in the future, hopefully, once some open bar sessions.
Small preview for chat. There may be one around Halloween, so keep your eyes open. I open my mouth and the onslaught has begun. Did you have someone in mind? Yeah.
As you get pelted.
Yes.
Let's see. I see we have some peeps playing Borderlands 2.
Ooh.
There's some art stream. Just chatting stream. Warframe.
Think I might know who the Borderlands 2 peeps are. One of the things about the interview is whoever I'm interviewing gets to pick where we go.
Let's go send some love to Sarah.
Sarah?
Yeah. Yeah, one of the other TV headed folks, monitor folks.
They're not currently online. I clicked on them to see.
They just ended.
Did they?
They just ended.
Oh no.
Oh, it's a good thing we didn't ring it out yet.
Right. That's also why I tend to click in just to see what's going on. Get pranked.
I'm not following enough people.
That's fair.
I have decision paralysis. I will let you lead the way.
I could lead the way to somebody that Gogo wanted this to raid the other day.
Oh yeah, Madam Gata's live. Yeah.
We could channel the channel Gogo's missed raid.
Let's do it for Gogo.
Doing it for Gogo.
Doing it for Gogo.
I just want to wait through the ad that I just got just to make sure she's not ending soon. I'm gonna go ahead and mute the browser real quick just so I can unmute her. We got a long ad on this one. Twitch has been ramping up their ads lately.
They really have.
It does not look like she's talking about ending anytime soon, so we should have no problem raiding Gata. Would you like to do my standard raid message, which is the Nest sends regards, or do you have something else in mind?
The Nest sends its regards and their frogs.
And their frogs?
Yes. I've got my goggles on. I'm ready to go in the catapult. I'm ready to be sent off.
Oh, do I have the Moosh Gremlin? I do. I could do Texas version. I'm gonna do that one for people who might not have Moosh's emotes, just in case. But if y'all could hang out just for a couple minutes to make this raid great for Gata to help show her the love and appreciation that you guys show both of us. Very much appreciate Moosh coming by and hanging out and letting me interview them. And you guys get to learn a lot about them. You've been a great guest. This was a whole bunch of fun. And as I mentioned to Gogo, the same thing goes to you. If you ever see me post about an open bar, open nest, you are more than welcome to come in. The door is always open.
Oh yeah, you bet I'm coming by. I love chatting, love talking.
Until tomorrow when I go live, and until Moosh goes live, you were tomorrow too?
I am tomorrow too. I'm earlier though.
Oh, okay. Until then, we will see you all and appreciate you all for hanging out and dealing with us for the last 3 hours. So I hope everybody has a good night, and we'll talk to you all later.
Yeah, goodbye.